nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast. I am the nigga, young dog. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era faded, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they sold out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had them wild and free. Different story now, they got no energy. The new drugs got them slow with the hit unload. Out close and they don't dance no more. Block used to be jumping, type shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am the nigga, young dog. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more, it's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga, young dog.
Greetings. Welcome, everybody. We are doing a simulcast today here on the Urban Landlord. I'll be your main host of the day, Universal Jones. I'll be joined by Latino4Trump. John Galt also might make an appearance, and Questions to Ponder is always just around the corner. But we're going to kick off today's show and have a conversation that sparked up a few hours ago as John reposted a clip from a street interview that took place a few months ago. A few Latinos that had some interesting things to say, and it actually sparked Latino4Trump. He had a different reaction than John had. He had a different reaction than even some of the folks on the panel. So we said, why not? Let's just do a show, have a conversation, get some interactions and some reactions from all of you folks as well as we dive into the content for today. But we are simulcasting on my channel by Brandon Jones. We'll drop those links later. And on Latino's channel, let's talk about it. One thing that we're going to start doing over here at the Urban Landlord is really pushing content creators that rock with us, because we rock with the content creators. So we really want to get Latino4Trump to 500 subs, and we want to push my channel to 1,000 subs. And there's some creative ways that you all start to see here pretty soon on how we're going to do that as well. But we want to make sure that we are supporting the content creators to the best of our abilities. With that stated, if you are a content creator or you want to be a content creator and you rock with the channel, it's a good time for you to connect with us so that we can all support each other. YouTube has all types of tips and tricks and ways that they go upon things to suppress the voice of the thought leader, of the content creator. We want to make sure that we slice through that as best as possible, utilize our loopholes and support each other to grow our channels, because we all have a voice and a perspective that should be valued and supported. And why not get compensated while you do it at the same time? So definitely rock with us as we continue to bring new opportunities here to you from the Urban Landlord himself, John Galt, probably the most controversial person on YouTube at this point. I mean, it's like him and Tommy Sotomayor at this point, just causing havoc in these circles. He likes to call himself the most racist man on YouTube. I don't know about all that, but he's definitely not a fan favorite of many people. And he does rub people the wrong way, but overall, good guy. So let's get into it for today. I'm going to bring up Latino4Trump.
Hey,
good
how
afternoon,
you doing?
sir. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for being here, man. I mean, this stream would not be possible without you and your interest in the topic. And, we're going to bring up the clip here in a moment. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit tell the audience a little bit about your channel. What are you doing over there? I know it's just getting started. We want to make sure that we're driving traffic over to that channel as best as possible.
Well, we are, dibbling, dabbling, trying a little, things here and there, trying to see what sticks. But you guys have made valid points on the direction that I should take, and I like those opinions and stuff. So I'm also going to try to do interview more of my people, which are the Dominican people, and try to connect with that to see if anybody would be interested in that type of stuff. So I'm looking
Perfect.
forward to that.
Perfect. What inspired you to start a channel?
Well, to be honest, Jones, every time we get on these panels, there's always a black and white conversation or white and black, and it's like, damn,
Yeah.
there's no in between. And I think that some people, even though they might not want to say it, but they do want to learn about something else because it's just white and black all the time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does get one sided, and we know that there's definitely more than one cultural group here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have valid experiences and they have observations of other people's culture, and we should be able to invite those voices in. And we do have people who mean, I see folks in the chat, the various different ethnicities. I know the black and white dynamics interesting, but there are other points for us to talk about as well. So yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna do a little promotion here because I didn't send out the link. I just realized I did not promote the show in Discord before we got started.
You talk, they will come. It's like that. The field of dreams. You build it, they will come.
Absolutely. Yeah, people start showing up here. We'll get some motion popping. Let me shoot it out here in a few places and spaces. So today's conversation is on. We titled it "The Cultural Clash of the Passport Bros versus Latinos," and I'm not a passport bro. Let me just make that very clear. I'm not a passport bro.
Same here.
So this is not a passport bro versus Latino conversation. I am not representing that group whatsoever.
Me neither. But there is a difference, though.
There is a difference. And honestly, I have publicly been critical of passport bros because I think that although I understand why people would do it, I do think that it is a bit of a cop-out behavior. There's some validity to why folks do it too. I get it, but I don't know, man. I've never personally had any problem getting women in America. So being a passport bro and then some of the logic behind it never really made any sense to me. So, but what's your general observation or thoughts on passport bros?
I don't know because quite frankly, like even still to this day, bro, I get looks from women, and I go to the supermarket a lot, right? Based off what I do for work. So I see women doing certain things to try to get the attention of a man, right? Because I've seen it happen to me. That's basically them opening the door for you to say something. And what happens here is that most dudes here are afraid to get shut down because they've been shut down so much that they're like, man, why should I have to go through this if I have, let's say I make 75K a year to 100. I shouldn't have to take shit from no woman here if she's not willing to submit to me in the sense of me providing her with safety, security, and all that other good stuff, that they talk about. So these men, they say, fuck, man, like, and Jones, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I think it's men from a certain age range. I don't think it's young dudes. I think it's men that already had tried and they don't see themselves going anywhere, so they're going to try somewhere else.
So you're saying there's a generational thing here?
Yeah, I think it's by age, bro. Because if you see passport bros at the age of let's say 21 to 28, the chances are that they're going over there to get their dick wet, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're not there to bring a wife back. But now, if you were in the range of 36 and 40 something and up, it becomes a different story.
Do you still have family in the DR?
Yeah, my mom's side.
On your mom's side?
Yeah, and my father's family, they're all here.
They're all in the U.S. Okay. For your family members, and maybe even for the folks on your dad's side of the family, do they talk about this phenomenon? Like, is this something that culturally is discussed amongst Dominicans?
Yeah.
Like
so
the passport bro thing.
I'm gonna give you a great example. So there was this brother, actual black man that my cousin used to date, and he's from Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
He's a police officer. He's 36. And you know, I don't know what happened with that situation, but her mom, her dad, my parents were like, dude, that's the best choice for you. But for some reason or the other, she didn't really want this guy.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like she
Mm-hmm.
was having him around because, you know, he would send, you know, some money here or there. But in reality, she did not want that life. She did not want to come over here. She did not want to be married. She like, I don't know, it's crazy. But her whole family and even my mom and my dad were like, yeah, you should marry. Like, you have a kid, you should have that man take care of you. You should have that man bring you over here. He's a police officer. I mean, you have it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. But she said no.
But she was against it.
Yep.
Interesting. So they seen the value, even though he was a black man. They seen the value in the. I'm assuming he was American, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they
African
seen the
American.
value. Yeah, they seen the value of her actually getting kind of a leg up by going with him. What was her age again? How old was she?
She is 3 years younger than me, so I am 37. I believe she is 34.
Like 34. Okay. So there wasn't too big of an age gap between the two
No,
of them.
not really.
They still seen that there was opportunity. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she still looks like she could be in her 20s. Just throwing that out there. And she has one kid.
So she's pretty. I'm saying relatively attractive. She looks younger.
Yeah. She got it. She got it all. Like the caramel skin, blonde. Like it's crazy. Like curly blonde hair and fucking like what kind of like greenish brownish eyes.
Yeah.
Just like my grandmother.
Right. Yeah, man. So and I asked that question, and I'm just trying to get some background because I have no idea, man. You know, I think most Black Americans aren't familiar with this passport bro culture, period. I think it's something that has taken off online. And if you're not in these online circles, they're not really privy to it. I think they're starting to become more privy to it because of like TikTok and stuff. And also, let's be honest, we've seen some pretty well covered incidents that have happened, like people getting robbed, people dying overseas, like stuff's happened. Oh man, damn, I didn't even think
about
set
up
before.
And everything.
People get set up in Colombia.
Yeah.
There's been two men out of Minnesota over the last year and a half that have died overseas dealing with Latinos. But they weren't black men though. They were one was an Asian dude, and the other one, I think he might have been like some sort of Latino himself.
There was an African dude too. It was an African dude.
The African. Yes, it was an African dude. Yeah, which is crazy. And the crazy thing about that Asian dude that it happened to, he was well known for going to like schools and teaching like Hmong culture to schools. And I remember him when I was in elementary school. I remember him coming to my school and him doing all that shit, and it was just crazy. And then I found out he lives like probably like 10 minutes away from me before he died. It was crazy.
I mean, shit, it's nuts to say, but I mean, it's happened even to me where I was 16 years old, and the neighbor right in front of my aunt's house, you know, she was saying, "Oh no, I don't want to travel. I don't want anything," because you know, it's all mind games with these people, bro. They tell you that they don't want something, but they really do want it. And then the way her parents treated me, bro, it was like royalty. But you got to understand what that is, though. You like they want the best for their daughter, and they think that the best for their daughter is to get out of here, which is Dominican Republic. You understand? Wow. It's nuts, man. Like, and this is how it is, bro. It's happened to me also again with another girl. You know, she was like, "Damn, man, if I you know mess with Latino, this is the long run. I have to wait in order for him to be 18 years old to ask my hand in marriage and all that." And there was a guy that was 36 years old at the time. Remind you, she's 16.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that was picking her up every time. And I saw that and I was just like, nah, man, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a hustle out there for these girls, bro. Cause like it's like I was telling you and John earlier when you guys were talking about if women ever mention politics. I'm like, dude, no woman in the Dominican Republic talks about politics unless she's really into that.
Yeah.
But the majority of them, they're not focused on that.
Wow. You know, I guess there's kind of two levels to this, right? We have travel sex, and then we also have survival sex, like people who
Yep.
are utilizing this to survive. And there's a culture amongst both of those, and we know that tourism sex is not a new thing. Like people have been doing this shit
No,
for a
for
long time.
years, dude. For years.
Um, we can even I mean, I don't want to get into the slavery and the whole conquest of white men around the world and all that, but let's just keep it more modern. Like this is not an unusual thing.
I
I've heard,
mean,
and it's not just men seeking women from other countries. There's women
I
who
was just
go and
about to
seek
say that.
pleasure from men as well. So this is a thing, period. No matter
I
what the
mean,
gender is.
there's
Yeah, go
white
for
women that travel to Jamaica to get a mandingo dick, man. So
it. In Africa, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've seen it. So I mean, there's no shame on those women, I guess. But it's only the shame on the men for doing it because it's like I told you, it's a cop out, and
Mm,
I understand that from the perspective of an American man going to Vietnam or something to get himself a wife. I understand that's a cop out because like you can't handle your woman. That's basically my that's what I get out of it. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can't handle your women, so you want to go somewhere else.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and would you say that that's more for American men?
Yeah, I want to say that's more for American men because like if a Dominican man decided to go back to the Dominican Republic, it's basically to try to engage and come back to his culture, his roots, his nationality. A woman that his mother, will accept 10 times better than uh, a Dominican marrying a white woman or a black woman because there's no there could be a relationship, but it's not going to be the same, dude.
Mm, mhm, mhm. Fascinating. So yeah, so that's one element. We'll come back to that, the cop out piece. Because I think that's gonna rub a lot of black men the wrong way, Latino. They ain't
No,
gonna
I
like to
mean,
hear that, Latino.
but this is the thing I'm saying. So when if you play that clip, I could give you more perspective and like tell
Yeah,
you
yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
when to stop because it's like what she's saying is crazy, man. Because there's even women here that are Dominican that say the same thing about passport bros that they're weak and that they're this and that they're that,
Mm,
right? But then sooner or later, when they stop living that life of you know, being what is this a strong independent woman, which means give up your vagina. It- like you got to see it, man. Like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Ah,
Fascinating,
Like,
fascinating.
so what ends up happening is these women build a history in their own community of Dominicans. So we already know what she's about. So what ends up happening is we'll probably go to the club, see her, we'll probably smash, and that'll be it. We won't take this woman
Mm,
serious unless a Dominican needs a place to stay or something, then he will. Like a Pookie.
yeah.
It's the same thing, dude. It's just different languages and shit, but it's the same behavior. What ends up happening is this woman is like, shit, none of these guys are ever gonna take me serious. So I'm gonna have to go back where? Back home to where nobody knows me and I can start fresh and brand new. Hit the reset button.
Mm,
They show them a different character. They'll get feminine real quick. The ones that come from here to over there, they'll get feminine real quick to try to trick this guy. They trick the guy, they bring him here. The guy ends up being miserable, and then he leaves.
mm.
He self-deports. I've seen dudes do this.
Wow.
They self-deport, bro.
They're like, we out.
Yeah, they're just like, you know what? I
Damn.
got nothing here. I got nobody here. Instead of being miserable with this bitch that lied to me and manipulated me, I'd
Mm,
rather go back.
wow.
Yeah, I've seen it happen, man. Multiple times and multiple occasions. I'm just like, damn, man. So to a man, it's like, fuck it, we'll figure it out back home. You get what I'm saying? But to a
Yeah.
woman, it's like, nah, I'll take the bullshit and I'll stay here until I become a citizen, then I'll leave his ass.
Yeah.
Because they see the
Wow.
bigger picture. But the dudes are just like, nah, fuck that. I don't care.
Damn. Damn. Wow. Well, are you ready to get into the clip?
Yeah.
All right, folks. So what we're going to do is we are going to review one of John's previous street interviews. There were two Latinos women. I think they are both Dominican, I believe. This is from New York City, and they're giving very interesting perspectives on just life here and how they see this whole passport bro thing. So we're going to bring that clip up here in one moment.
That was in New York.
Yeah, this was in New York. Yeah. Let's see. And salute Imperious. I see your comments, sir. Relax. Women are women are
my
women.
lawyer.
You gotta accept.
That's
No
my
matter
lawyer.
where they're from. Yeah, I agree. Even with what you said about if you remove the poverty and oppression, they still will resort back to nature. And that's where I come into the conversation. We're talking about human behavior, male and female dynamics, and back to people's nature. They will find a way to resort back. Now, how that operates may be different depending on circumstances, but it always gets back to female male nature at the end of the day. Salute to Schizo Spud too, by the way. Thanks for coming on by, my friend. Hope all is well. All right, let's get into the clip.
What do you think about passport?
I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit.
I just put up in
A room, but I figure
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
he's in such bad physical health that I would just take a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that you're a brother. You call me back, man. Every time I've been calling, it be a foreigner or
All right.
One, you got 4 shit. Oh, 2 pretty ladies. We getting the pretty women now.
Ooh, I my me.
Having all these men, gay men and shit. Now we got women. Oh, real women. Huh?
Miss Kimmy's got some competition.
We got people here that have, we got women that have children.
what the heck is it zooming in?
It's a little to get cracked.
You got 1, you got 4. That's 5.
NHB.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, we've been having so many men up here that are gay. No children. 0. Where are you from? No, like, where are you from? Like, culturally, ethnic, whatever.
My father is Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
And my mother is New York native, but her parents are from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, that's some good mix right there. Some good seasoning on that meat right there. That meat tastes good right there. Hey, what about you?
Yo.
Oh, Dominican.
We got some passport, bro.
Dominicana.
Any passport bros in the office?
Passport bros can go, bro. We
Any
don't want no
passport.
passport bros.
Hey, have you seen passport bros in DR? Have you ever been to DR?
Of course I've been in DR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The passport bros per se, or the guys that want to be like them. Yeah, I've seen plenty.
And they come down there to what? Tour?
I don't know exactly where. I don't know exactly where they go, but they're all over.
By the way, Latino, whenever you want me to pause it, just let me know.
Yep.
That.
John, ask her why she doesn't like passport bros.
Oh.
Come a little bit closer to the mic. Someone says, what did you say, HB? What do you think about passport bros?
Yeah, ask her why she doesn't like them.
Why don't you like passport bros?
Why don't I like passport bros? Because they y'all probably not gonna like
No, we're gonna love it.
You gonna love it? Yeah.
Hold on. This is the Urban Landlord. You're live with the Urban Landlord.
The Urban Landlord. Right, wonderful.
Right.
Passport
Subscribe
bros,
to it on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah. Passport bros want to be they want to be women. And
they want to be
don't
women.
think, and they don't think that they want to be women, but they want to be women.
Why do you say that?
Because they want the comfort of what a woman they think a woman gets. They don't have any investment in the future of most of the women that they deal with.
They just there for the sex.
They just there for the sex.
Okay.
Wow.
They're there for the sex. They want their mother that they can fuck.
Stop it right there.
Basically.
That's what you think.
That's what.
I'm gonna tell you something, and that's the part that got me heated right there. Most men, right, that have a great mother in their life wants a emulation of that woman in their wife. I'm gonna repeat this, man. Most women, most men that have a great mother in their life, believe it or not, want a mother type like their mom to be their wife. This is why I picked my wife, because I knew that she was going to be a great mother, just like my mother was. So for her to say that, it's ridiculous. It just shows you that, like I said, she probably has a bad past. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, this is why she's saying this, because she knows that the dudes here aren't gonna take her serious, bro. Just like not for nothing, but look at her, bro. Overweight with kids, God knows how many baby daddies. You think that a Dominican, right, has something going here in America with no kids is gonna no, he's gonna start fresh, right, at the age of 26 and take his ass to DR and get himself a 19-year-old.
Well, hold on, Latina. Hold on, Latina. I think she only had one child. The other lady has 4. Just to put it in perspective, there, as the one that you're speaking of, the one on the right, the Dominican, I think she has one child, and the other one is 4.
Still, it doesn't take away from her past. I don't know her past, but this is what I'm saying. What I have seen in the Dominican community, most of these women that bash and talk shit about these people is because they can't. None of those men would pay attention to them. So what ends up happening, right? Because I have seen this. They end up with the black thug from the hood or the Central American that's willing to work and be comfortable and pay her rent, basically. Like this is what they do.
You know what's interesting, Latino, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all, but when I was interviewing, and I remember talking to her, she seemed like she had 2 levels of a head on her for a ghetto thug guy. It's just my thoughts. I think this is the one that also said "my body, my choice" as it related to the COVID vaccine. That's not a dumb woman, right?
No, I understand that, bro. But we have seen the CT panel, even on yours, where JP will show you text message from professional women that decide to mess with him, and you would never think that. I'm just saying, like, just because she might fuck around with the Pookie doesn't mean that she takes him serious. But then again, she's letting him in. You get what I'm saying? And that's the problem, bro. Like no man in his right mind that's a Latino that wants to start a family from scratch would take that woman serious. So what ends up happening is she talks down on those people that probably go to DR, that are probably in their 30s, like I told you, Jones, that want to start a relationship and want somebody that emulates kind of their mother in the sense of the behaviors. That's not a wrong thing, as long as you're Dominican, going back to your home country, you know. But you're an American, let's say, going over there because your girls over here are too strong for you to handle. That says much about you. Because you got to understand, what is it that everybody always says? Like, when anybody in the world comes over here, they become Americanized. What does that mean, Jones? To become Americanized?
Means that you give up some of your ethnic standard, your ethnic culture.
There you go. So as a man, if you so rooted and deeply in your culture, this is why I married my wife. My wife came here in 2001. So at the end of I met her in 2007. So she's only been here for 6 years at that point. You get what I'm saying?
But I think we're gonna get into we have another clip that we're gonna play too. Damn, I got a little noise in the background. But it's a black man with a white one, with a Spanish girl. And we'll play that clip. And, I think it goes hand in hand with the clips that y'all are playing here. I'm going to mute, man. Chainsaw in the back.
No problem. When you're talking, though, John, your mic's coming through pretty clear, so it's not that bad. But, yeah, when you're not talking, bad. Mute up.
Sound like the Texas chain. South
DC massacre. Salute, Pulsar, Echo, John. Keep for John to keep doing man. Oh, hold on. Whoa, I'm reading the super chat. Okay. For John. For John to keep doing man on the street interviews. Thanks for the £2. Appreciate the support in the channel. All right, I think you wanted to show
Thank
something else.
And you know, JP gonna be our next panelist to do the street interviews. Yeah, we got some good places we're gonna be doing them.
That should be good. That should be good. Salute to King Rooster.
You can keep playing this. I was just trying to make the point that that's not everybody. Like, if she's putting it from the aspect of, you know, American men going over there for Dominican women, then yeah, I would see it that way. Like I hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's like if Vanta, let's say he's in England and he wanted a Somalian woman, you know, a straight Somalian woman, the roots, the everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
His best choice, his best option would be to go where? Back to Somalia.
Back home. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Minneapolis at this point. It was a joke. All right, I'm gonna roll the clip. Let's go.
That's what I think.
What makes you think that?
What makes me think that?
Yeah.
Because, well, they're tired. A lot of passport bros say you know, women out here are gold diggers and women are looking for a man to provide for them. But that's what passport bros want, right? They want a woman to do everything. And
I agree. But the problem is that those women over there are willing to submit for those things. The women here are not willing to submit, even if they are Latinas, bro. I'm telling you, even if they have their head right on straight, because I see a lot of professional Latinas, beautiful, that can have men and they don't have them. I'm just saying, you could go ahead, continue.
But why don't they have them?
It's like I told you, bro. This is no longer the whole
It's just not the standard.
Yeah, man. It's like I want a woman, feminine. You a woman, but you masculine. Like it's enough to, like, I don't know, to smash and maybe, you know, go out with you for a week or two, but it's nothing to take serious.
No long term.
But you know, on one hand though, Latino, both of these women have children. We've interviewed black women and no children. I'm too educated to have children. These women have kind of cut through some of that propaganda, and they've had children. You know, it's a little different than, you know, say the black women.
I think the reason for that, John, and Latino hop in and correct me, is that they probably still have some of that back home culture. They haven't been fully Americanized, like the black woman.
Like my wife.
Yeah, but Latinos.
None of that shit.
But like, let's say a generation from now, Latinos kids though might have a similar. They're going to be more Americanized, right?
Yep, that's what
There's
happens.
a good chance that they might not have any kids. I even think about my own children. I got 3 daughters. They may, between the 3 of them, they might have 2 kids, if that. I know my oldest daughter. She's already let me know she doesn't want to have any kids. Like she's very adamant about it already. So I think that the Americanization. And once, and we'll get into feminism as well. The feminization, and the push for education, the push for these women to be professionals, it will deter them from having kids, and that's what we're seeing with a lot of the older black women.
I'm gonna see if I have.
I'm gonna
see if I have my brother call in, because, or if I call him and ask him these questions, because he just got married with he's in his 40s, and I believe his girlfriend, his wife, is 26. They're about to have their first child. And
you know what's, let me ask you something, Dominican. I guess it would be different if a Dominican guy went back to Dominican Republic to find a woman.
That's all I'm saying.
A black man. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Versus a black man going down there. Like he's leaving his culture. He's really just sexual. And I guess it says something about black women that he wants
it on easy mode. He wants something that they're not offering here. That's the problem. I'm sorry, John, but that's why she said. That's why she said those men are weak. I agree with that statement, but I had to rebuttal because it's like it's not all men. This is what I'm saying. You got to specify which men you talking about. She just said
I think
men.
As a black man, I think a black man going to the passport, bro. It's just my opinion. It is a signal of something wrong in the black community. Would you say that's fair?
What happened?
Yeah, I would say
I
so.
think the black men, because I see them on Facebook, there are groups of them.
Mm-hmm.
Black men going to foreign countries where they don't even speak the language. In many cases, having nothing in common with these women
At all.
There's something wrong about that. There's something telling about the women that they're leaving behind to go seek out women that don't even speak their language. Would you agree with that?
Man, I'm about to show you something.
What do you think, Universal?
I think that they've given up on even attempting to have serious relationships with black women, and they're taking the current transitional nature of relationships and they're applying them in cheaper environments than what they are here. Even though they don't share a language. But actually, even though they don't share a language with these women, these women still give you somewhat of the black man's desire physically in a woman.
Yeah, I mean,
they got curvy bodies,
resemblance too.
They're exotic to a certain extent, and let's be honest, the American influence goes a long way in the DR. So it's easier it's easier for a black man to go here versus a Thailand or versus a fucking Tanzania or somewhere else. It's easier and it's cheaper. But so like I think that's a part of it, but it does highlight the disengagement that we have amongst black male and black female dynamics. And if we really want to get deep into this, a lot of black women are starting to follow the same pattern as well.
Yep, they are. But the
problem
is that
y'all want to be passport bros? We're gonna be not passport hoes, but that sounds good.
The problem with that is that when you look at the percentage of attractiveness between black women and black men take that per capita. Yeah. So more black men have a better chance of hooking up with another person than a black woman does.
And what is a black woman gonna do? Go down there and pay men to sleep with her?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're doing.
Is that what they're doing? They're paying men to sleep with her?
So it's worse.
Is that what they're doing?
So it's worse. Okay, that's worse.
Wow. Jeez,
Jones, I sent you a clip in the back, Jones.
I see it. I'll pull it up in a second. I have a lady friend. She's very attractive, older woman, 46 years old. Don't look 46 though. She looks like she could be like 30. She loves going to the Caribbean. She loves it, and she loves going on cruises. And when she goes, she's always fucking men all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's paying these dudes to fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to get her on the podcast. She's pretty crazy. I try to get her on at some point, but that's what she does. That's her thing.
I guess in her instance, I guess the female dynamic would be, I guess it could be some similar that you can't find an American man to have sex with, and that is very weird.
Because men
that's
here
very interesting.
Like I keep telling you, men here like to look at history. Some men don't give a fuck, dude. Some men just want to bust a nut. But the men that actually want something meaningful in the future with a woman, they look into that type of stuff, John.
I think that's another important point to this too, is that there are two motives. I believe there may be more, but two very obvious motives here. There's men who are just going here to sleep with these women, and then there are some men who are trying to actually like find a wife and find somebody that they can actually have a companion with long term. And hell, it may start off where I'm just trying to sleep with as many women as possible, and then they might, get their nose wet and end up falling in love a little bit. But typically, I think a lot of these passport bro dudes really are just trying to get some women that they can't get at home at a cheaper price, and they're really just taking like the fast food route to a chick. Let me just go down here and pay them instead of let me try to bag them here in the U.S. But that goes right to the clip that you sent, because I'm looking at these two.
Yeah, bro. You see that big dude, bro? Like, let's be honest. John.
This is what Imperius thinks I look like. This I ain't that damn big.
But John, you look at this clip that Jones is about to pull up, and then this will answer a lot of things. I'm telling you, man, it would answer a lot of things.
Yeah, keep it tight on the content, though.
Yeah, I'll keep it tight. There's no music on this. Actually,
You seen that though? Because you can pause it right there, bro. Just yeah, you can pause it. Just look at that.
He's paying.
Shit, my bad.
He's paying.
Motherfuckers like probably like what 6'6", 300 something pounds.
He's definitely over 300 pounds. He
look
might
at
be over. He's definitely like 340, bro.
And look at that girl right there. Like, come on, man.
Definitely.
Like a rag doll. He'll rag doll that little girl, man.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, in this situation, what what you find is that he's out of the dating pool more or less in Black America, right? Unless he becomes rich and famous, a rapper or something, he's out of the dating pool. So he goes to Dominican and just uses his money to get what he so desires.
Right.
The
He's out
other
of his
men
dating pool for the women he desires. He can get a big woman.
Yeah. But he go down there, he get the woman of his desires. He wouldn't have a chance getting her here. But what if the man who could get a woman here and still go there? I think that's the dynamic. Like the Black women aren't crying over him. They're not crying over him. But in that other clip where I interviewed a guy where he says, if you want feminine now, you got to go Spanish. The Black women have lost their feminine side.
Yeah.
There is an element of professional men who probably could get a Black woman here in America, and they just don't want it.
Yeah.
And you think
that's another interesting dynamic there.
You think as a woman, right? Because this is the point I make. Even though they do it in DR, and those girls probably smash a whole bunch of times or whatever, but you think as a woman here that allows herself to get used that way, right? Just think about this, right? And then she has that energy where she's like, you can't tell me shit. But then again, you have the Hispanic woman in the same position, right? She's not going to tell you that back there in DR. She's going to treat you nice. She's going to get you some lemonade. She's going to get you a hot plate of food. She's going to give you a back rub. She's going to call you papicito. I'm telling you, man, it's
I think that's what the guy, we should pull up the other clip in a minute. And that's what the guy in the other clip is saying. He's like, the feminine energy.
Vibe, bro. It's a whole
He's
different
saying the
vibe,
feminine
bro.
energy. Yeah.
Like, look at yesterday. Look at yesterday. Great example, right? I'm here in the garage because this is where I do my stream, right? My wife texts me. She's like, "You hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah." Boom. 30 minutes later, the food. She's like, "Yo, open the garage door so I could bring it in." And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't want her to like do all that." So she cooked the meal. She also brought it, and I'm like, "It doesn't get better than this, man." Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if it was a girl like from here, she'll probably be like, "Man, figure it out. Make your own shit." Like, I ain't gonna like it's none of that, man, over here. Like, you understand?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think that's what the guy's saying in the other clip we played at some point. Yeah.
And it doesn't bother her to do it. That's the point. Like, she loves to do it. That doesn't make her a slave. That doesn't make her being a submissive. No. Because I also have to be a what's the word that the Dominican lady used? Attentive. So it works vice versa, bro. Like, if she needs something, I'll be like, I'll tell you guys, yo, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Like, because that's how it is. But over here, it seems like men try, and they don't receive that back.
Yo, shout out to Anyways, man. Yeah, go ahead. Universe, I'm gonna mute up, man. I got a chainsaw going in the background.
I was gonna help y'all. Salute to Innate Ways for the $5 super chat. He needs some like button pushes. Hit the like button, folks. We got 27 watching. Let's hit the like button. Show some support to the channel. I do want to Jihad's question. I do want for us to talk about the difference, and we got to be. It's gonna be interesting. But he also said Hispanic women can be just as aggressive.
Yes, when it comes to property.
Yeah, break that down. Break that down.
The way they listen, Latin women can be aggressive. Like, I'm gonna speak from my perspective. My woman has never been aggressive towards me unless I've done something stupid or or we're out and I'm like staring at a girl, like that's disrespectful to her. You get what I'm saying? It's like, why you doing that? You get what I'm saying? So she won't be, she'll look at me some type of way, but she won't hit me or anything like that.
Well, let me ask you this question.
But this is
let
the
me ask
thing,
you a
like
universal question.
women, I'm sorry, John, but Latin women see men as like their property in a sense. Like you get what I'm saying? So they're very protective of their man, bro.
I mean,
Very jealous.
we've seen the feisty Latina in TV shows, the Rosie Perez, the Lopez, whoever her name was. But that's it's kind of sexy. It's always kind of portrayed as like a sexy, spicy, sexy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why
Whereas,
wouldn't it not be sexy if she's fighting for her man? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, dude, that shit's attractive as shit. Like, you might say it's annoying, but you'd be like, damn, man, she shows appreciation. She loves me.
Interesting.
Right. You're making a good point. That is typically the spicy Latinas arguing with her man, right? Over, maybe wanting to go out to dinner or something like that. You're not showing me enough attention. Whereas when you see this spicy black woman, it's like Monique and Precious.
It's like demonic. It's not like hot. It's like, I hate you.
It's like angry. You look on Twitter, they're fighting.
John, it reminds
so
me
the
of
stereotype is bad.
It reminds me of the video. He's like of the black dude. He's like, you never wake up happy. She's like, what you mean? He's like, you see? He's like, you giving me an attitude for asking you the.
Jesus. I don't have any personal experience to do the difference. I know what I've seen, but I haven't really dated any Latinas to know what the difference is. I do think there is a difference, and some of it might just be how we're racialized and how we see black women. Like, so for me, when I think about it, I wonder, like, okay, how do Hispanic or Latinas, how do they respond to their sons? How do they respond to the other men around them that they're not just in sexual relationships? Because we see this aggressive behavior across the board from black women to black males.
Well, I want to chime in on that. I want to chime in on that shit right here, right now, based on what y'all saw earlier. I got a fucking man up in the back of my house in a tree. That's a tough man.
George.
Like, he ain't pushing paper, going to happy hour, dressed up in a suit. That's a tough man, right? Making a tough living. And I think just women naturally, maybe he's, wired differently too, but they're just going to respond to men like that different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it's something to that,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I think that does play a role into what is the outlook on the men? Do they deserve the respect that they get? Where you might see a Latino man who's doing all these things that black men ain't doing, like what we've seen from various different clips that John has had. Maybe they don't get the same response. It is interesting, though. It is interesting. All right, I'm gonna play some more of the clip. Latino, let me know when you want me to stop.
Yep.
Or John.
And on top of that, they go to another country so they can pay the bare minimum. So, yeah, you're cheap also, I think you spend that money to go to Thailand to go sleep with what's possibly an underage girl.
Or a boy.
Or a boy.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford and you can't bring yourself up to level up to the women that you really want. So you're gonna go for what you can get.
Let me ask you this question.
I don't got respect.
Do you think that they really want America?
Like, the girls that they really want are out there in the sense of femininity. They're not overweight. Like, you got to put that in perspective, bro. Like,
there are more women like that here. If you at the top of your game, you're not leaving the country. You're not leaving the country.
I get that, John. But look what you stated about that other dude that we just saw sitting in that chair with that little skinny Dominican, right?
But he was in Miami.
If he ain't got money, that was DR. No, that was DR.
Which one? Which one are you talking
about? The video that I told Jones to, that one.
Oh yeah, that one. I was talking about another one, but
right. So
if you got money,
you're doing well in America. If he had money, he could get them bad bitches. But them bad bitches want to fuck with P. Diddy. Are you seeing the?
I don't know. I think I would probably argue the ones that are going down to the Dominican are probably a little flawed. You know, Universal Jones, he not passport, bro. He never had a reason to go down there.
I stay in the States, man.
Yeah, I'm not passport,
My
bro.
miles is good.
Right?
No, I, same here. I don't need to go out. Like even if like I
don't pay
wasn't
for
with my wife.
prostitutes.
I mean, I've never paid for it.
No. See, I'm not even
indirectly.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about prostitutes though. Like that's not.
I mean, that's what they're doing though, bro. That's straight prostitution.
Correct.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about in that aspect. I don't know if you understood what I was saying, Jones. Like the Dominican dudes that go out there, you feel me? But to what she's saying, that you know all those other random dudes that go out there to whatever. I mean, dude, we do have an overweight problem. That's all I have to say. You can keep playing the clip.
I mean, look at what Jihad said. He said, "Look, man, I ain't going all the way to Dominican, man. I go to a Hispanic club and level up here." But it's a step down to go to a third world country or whatever is rated second world, whatever, to go there for women, bro. That's a step down, bro. Like,
yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the women in the United States have higher standards probably than a woman in Dominican. They can't get these women, so they go to the Dominican. That's how I deduce it. There could be some,
but the higher standard here would be what? Education, making
looks
a good career or whatever, because this is the thing. Those women over there, when you say, listen,
man, ain't no man care about no education, man.
Exactly.
It's all about looks, bro.
So when you say that the Dominican women over there are lower standard, you have to put that in perspective. What do you mean by that?
I'm saying, like, and I shouldn't say lower standard. It's a different culture, language barriers, and you're leaving your own country to go to another country when there are 300 million people here in this country. You can't find a good woman here, and you got to go pay one somewhere else. I think it says a lot about the man. That's just my take on it.
Continue the clip, Joe. Jones, you there?
Bye. Yeah, hey, sorry. Trap's calling, so. Oh man, speaking of foreign women. Yes, what was said? Sorry.
Now that John says that it's weak for men to go out there and travel. Yeah, I agree. But
yes.
But what I was saying is that, like, there's a lot of, like, if you look at the percentage of overweight women here, bro, like there's a lot, bro. Like those countries over there, they're usually not overweight like that.
Yeah, diet's different.
Yeah.
Hell, women ain't overweight in France. Why they don't go to France to get a woman? Pretty women in France.
I can't afford them, John.
I can't afford them.
Different cultural
standards are higher, right?
Yeah,
you know, the money is on the same level, right? You know, the euro and the dollar.
A dollar stretches more in DR.
I got to keep it a buck, man. Now I've seen some passport road videos. These dudes be looking kind of crazy. Like, look at this guy. He's our example that we're using right now. But they don't be too far off from this. Not just big dudes, but like they just be looking kind of funny sometimes too. I just don't think that they can get the woman that they desire. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm a bigger dude. I'm 250, 6 foot. I have not had problems getting baddies though. I play within my range. Sometimes I'll stretch a little bit. I'll see how far I can go. But he's not getting this chick in America. Let's not play.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Let's not play.
Hell
unless
no.
You're a rapper. Like,
even if he's a rapper, he's paying for it, John.
Like he can't have a good job. Like if he made $200,000 in America, he still ain't getting her.
He's gonna have to try hard.
Like he got to be making like $350
on the upswing.
Even that football player from the Jaguars, bro. If it wasn't for the money, I don't even think he could get that hoe that he got.
Who you talking about? Travis
like
Hunter?
I mean, every football player is that way.
But
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
I don't think honestly don't think we should use any athletes or celebrities as we talk about this.
Right.
Because it's such an outlier. And let's keep it a buck there too. A lot of them chicks is just high class hoes anyway. They all circle around the same dynamics.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about just standard people. That gives us a better better realistic example of what's happening. Even if, like John said, if he made 200,000 a year, he's not bagging this chick unless he catches her on a come up. And what I mean by that, and I've seen this happen, I can actually show a good example of this, is like you can have a girl like this who looks really good, but she's gone through something and she's looking for companionship, and he might be the right dude in the right time that can pull her. Like I know this chick, she looks really good, and she's with a guy that nobody really understands why she's with him, but she had like a serious. Her brother committed suicide, and she was down bad, and she had a drinking issue, and he came at the right time. She kind of found Christ. He was a Christian dude, and he got himself a baddie. But they don't look like they should be together at all. It's crazy. It's insane. But so sometimes you can catch one of these on a come up, but like normally, nah, he ain't pulling no chick like this. No. All right, back to the video.
American women, but they just feel like they can't get them, or they can't get them, and so they go and find women that they would like to get. That are basically they're buying them.
That's always it. It's they do like American women for the aesthetics, but they don't love American women. They really hate American women.
Why do you think that?
Because they want to be American women.
So you think a lot of these American men are kind of soft, the ones that are passport bros.
Oh yeah. I mean,
agree.
More than passport bros, but yeah.
So you think a lot of the American men are soft?
A lot of American men are soft. Not all, but yeah.
How long have you been in the country?
I've been here 40 years.
And when did your opinion of American men, when did this opinion form in your mind?
When did this opinion form that men are...
But you're very articulate. Like, this is something that you clearly thought about.
Yeah, of course. I would say probably within the last decade. Mm-hmm.
Can you pause it right there?
What about the last decade has made...
Like you heard me say, yo, you're very articulate. This is something that you ain't just flying off the seat of your pants here. You understand?
Yeah.
She's been here 40 years. She said, about the last decade, I noticed something. Right? She goes on to talk about COVID and the vax. I'm like, I ain't take that shit. My children didn't take it. Then you start to think about some of the people who bowed down and took it. And here's this woman saying these weak men.
Neither I.
Put it all together, and you start to see a pattern here. You know what I'm saying? The women and the men, are diverging. The men don't have the traits and the qualities that the women are desiring. The strength,
I agree with her. There's a lot of weak men here. I mean, Imperius says this a lot. I mean, this is why we have the No Kings protest. And if you look, most of the protest people in the protest are women. There's no man to regulate. That's weakness.
Where universe?
I think that.
I realized I wasn't valuing myself as a woman, especially in relationship to men. And I started reevaluating all of the relationships that I've had from childhood into adulthood. So like with any of the men in my life, my dad, my cousins.
Hey, John, ask her about what they think about that ugly Kamala bitch.
Situationships, relationships, all of that.
Put the comments on the screen. Hey, do you mostly date black men? Have you mostly dated black men?
I dated black men. I wouldn't say mostly.
What have you mostly dated? Do you mostly stick to Dominican men?
No, I don't think I mostly stick with Dominican men. I stick with, I guess, I don't know. I'm attracted to.
What are you? How about that? What are you attracted to primarily?
Somebody who's kind. has kind eyes.
I ain't
And
talking about that shit. We don't hear all this shit.
right.
It's you know, when you see a man walking down the street,
When I see a man walking down the
which
street,
kind of when you see him, is he tall, is he short, is he dark, is he light, is he got
hard.
yeah.
I'd say
Because it's about like
the presence.
yes,
the presence.
the
If
energy
you
of that man.
if you have the energy,
confident,
yeah,
and all that, right?
confident,
That's what it gets repeated for you.
And security within
Right.
his soul.
confident,
Right?
yeah.
But how do you see that right there on the street? You just passing by this guy. How do you see all
Well,
these
sometimes visually you see something that looks good, right?
Yeah.
A hair could look good,
Yeah.
chest could look good, legs could look good,
Yeah.
but you get a certain presence. So
Really?
you could look good and be visually, physically attractive.
Right.
And I could be like, okay, that's attractive.
Right.
But a man that's really gonna attract is a man who walks with a certain air. You feel it. You
Yeah.
feel it. When a man is yeah.
I can't stop looking
Stop
at
right
that
there.
long hair y'all got. Lord,
Stop right there, Universal.
that top.
Go for it.
Somebody that's infamous on these YouTube channels said something very similar. Right? She said you can feel it. It's JP. Nigga come in the panel, the women start sitting erect. JP, even Republic. It's just something there.
Yeah.
The men come up on the panel, they don't pay him any mind. It's to me, that's what I thought about when I heard her say that. You know, some men have a presence, other men don't. I'm trying to get her to nail it down. She can't nail it down. It's just just some men have that it. That's how I took that. Yeah.
Top pony and that long pony hanging down. Can you bring your head down and show the wave that pony in the top?
They're gonna have to pay me. For
you want to put your cash up on the screen? We'll put your cash up here. You want? Hey man, one got a top pony, you know, the top pony, the other got a long pony. You just pull it up. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Do you see? And she's giving you that for free.
Look at that. Lord
You gotta
have mercy.
That did make a big difference. I ain't gonna hold you.
Have mercy.
That
The Lord is my shepherd.
John, ask him what kind of work they do.
They made a big
They
difference.
probably don't have
She
too
just
much
went up
work.
like
What kind of work?
1.5.
Domestic work.
And when you say domestic, what do you mean by that?
I'm a caretaker. I care for children. I care for elderly folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hair. Boy, how much hair do you have?
So you got nervous now.
Yeah, I can't concentrate. All right, go back. What do you what? What is a birth worker?
So I support midwives in home birth
Okay.
situations.
Really?
So I'm an assistant midwife,
Okay.
birth midwife, and I'm
Assistant.
also a birth doula
Oh, you're a doula. Okay.
and
All
an
right.
educator.
Really? Wow. How long have you been doing that?
For about, I want to say 7 years.
7 years? Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Are you two married?
No.
We're friends with the
Not married to each other, but I mean, like, you have husbands, boyfriends?
No.
I have a partner, and he's the father of my children.
All four of them.
All four of them.
Ooh, you kept him around.
He's lucky.
Hey, shit.
He's
He must be doing something right to put for you to come out with four of them, huh?
Something like that.
What was he doing right? Tell her for the people in the audience want to know. What's he doing right to get four children by you?
He's very sincere.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like we have our battles and we have our ups and downs and our rocky roads, but he does sincerely want to be better and thrive to be better, even if sometimes it's questionable. Like,
What's his background?
He's also Dominican. He's Dominican, Puerto Rican, and German.
Ooh, that's a mix there. That's a good mix there. Any questions, guys, for the beautiful ladies here?
And we'll take 2 questions.
Two questions.
We're
They're
hungry
only
now.
gonna take 2. They're hungry. You're ready to go eat.
Ask them what they think of Kamala.
Oh, Kamala Harris. Your thoughts?
She's a dumb. But she.
So
you can be honest here. Come closer to the camera. The people want to pull your chair. But you come close to the mic here.
Situation right now. So it's hard to kind of go into this because clearly everyone has their reasonings for even putting their faith in a system that has been failing us for many years.
Yeah.
Our money's not backed by anything. Period.
Okay.
1933, March 9th, 1933, June 5th, 1933, the Gold Act, the Emergency Funds Act, none of it. Like, we need to read those acts, and we really need to just understand that these people are not going to save us.
Yeah.
And she's just as much of a war.
Say that again.
She's just as much of a war criminal as
Kamala, you think?
Yeah.
Is a war
Biden,
criminal.
Yeah.
And so
Biden,
let me ask you two. Are you two Democrats? Would you characterize yourself as
I
Democrat?
don't identify with any
I
political party.
decided my voter's registration 2 years ago.
Why?
Can you pause that? Universal.
It's not a system that.
I think it takes some intelligence to like be apolitical.
Mm-hmm.
These two women are not educated in shit, but they're both apolitical. They're just going about their life, what they can control.
Mm-hmm.
You tend to see that out of the people who take the bull by the horns and say, "Look, dude, I got to take control of my own life. I can't wait around on a politician." They just kind of cancel out of the system, and that's what you're hearing these two women doing. Hey, whatever the politicians want to do, I know what I got to do.
That's the same thing with my wife. She don't get into politics. She don't like it. She don't get into it. She got no opinion.
And then when we see the women who are all involved in politics, like it's just something off there. When you agree, Universal Latino?
Yeah. I mean, my wife, excuse me, my wife doesn't get involved in politics. Like I said, she doesn't find any interest in it.
One of the reasons I wanted to review this with you, Latino, is this was the common sentiment when we were interviewing these women. And still question said, these two ladies are smarter than most American females on any day. I noticed that when I was interviewing them. That's why I wanted you to comment on it, because, they have your background. And one of the things I wanted to contrast. I wanted to contrast this with the black woman who says, black women are the most educated people in the world.
Well,
and then you got the black man saying, I got to get me a Spanish woman. And he had him one. He said, if you want femininity now, you got to get a Spanish woman. All this education has made them so hard that they've driven their men away. And these women still maintain some femininity, to me. Anyway.
Yeah, they want to be a big boss. Want to have the balls. Them degrees, all that shit don't matter at your job because you have a position. But when you go home to your man, let's say, you still have to carry that same position that you have at work, in the sense of you're not the boss, you're not anything. You're just a person in a position. And most women don't seem to understand that here, man.
Go ahead,
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Does that make sense, Jones?
University
Yeah, it makes sense to me. No, I'm
good.
still here. It makes sense
Go
to
ahead.
me.
Go ahead, please.
I'm wrote a clip.
That even honors that idea of a voting registration. So, and just to like look further into certain acts and certain things that have been written in this public information. Sorry, it's such a deep rabbit hole. It's such a deep rabbit hole. I think that this society has done a very good job at manipulating the people and just coercion to the T with everything. Like, there's textbooks and manuals on how to do this, and our government is very much guilty of it all. And it's so hard. I have so many words, and it's like, imagine trying to get a straw to suck up an orange. It's just, that's where my mind is right now, trying to like get everything out. So if I stumble on my words, I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, you can speak freely here. Go ahead.
I appreciate that.
So did you vote for Biden? What about you?
I'm a permanent resident. I can't vote.
Are Spanish people?
Yo, stop it.
Typically Democrat, Republican.
Stop it. Whoa. Whoa. Damn, man. You I gave you you said that they were intelligent. I guess the Costa Rican, Puerto Rican one might be, but the other one, I don't think so much so, man, because Jesus Christ, dude. Not even my mother or my father spent 40 years in this country as a resident. And never in their life, never they decided not to become a citizen when they got the chance to. Like that's crazy to me. I'm just saying that's not smart.
Well,
Like
there could be some reasons. There could be some things that have changed since your mother and father came here. This lady's much younger.
But she
Economically,
says she's been there 40 years, John. That's
the
what
first
she
20
said.
years, the first 20 years, she may have been thinking it through, and then she may have come to the conclusion that it's not worth doing it. I've long thought that people that aren't citizens, I mean, they kind of get the best of both worlds in some ways. You know, they get all the benefits. They don't have to pay taxes.
Nah,
She didn't create the system,
nah,
but
it
she's
doesn't.
living within it.
I
I mean, she
understand
goes
that,
on to
but
talk about some of the things here. Yeah.
as a resident, listen. A DUI is enough to get your ass deported. Like, do you understand this? Being an accomplice to something that you might not even know can be enough to get you deported. Like stupid little things like that can get you deported. So as a resident, like you have no leverage here in this country. So for her to be here 40 years, dude, that's crazy to me. I don't know. That's just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she has a reason. I don't think I
Like
asked her, but
it only takes 5 years, dude. After you've been here with no priors, no records, no anything, you could apply to become for a citizen after 5 years.
well, I think part of it is, bro, and you know, I've touched on this. At this point, I think citizenship is way overvalued. The average American doesn't travel. She's going to talk about that in a minute. That if she were outside of the country, citizenship matters. She could go to the U.S. Embassy. She's going to talk about that. I'll let Universal play it.
Republican mostly, I think.
John, ask her if she has thought about getting her citizenship.
Especially when they come here and they get their green card and they're told that they can now vote and do these things. I don't think they're told the right information to make certain choices. We're not told that we can go walk up to our city council members in our districts and actually make more waves there before ever walking into a voting booth for a presidential election. We're not told that those little office elections are actually more powerful, can actually serve us better than a presidential election. We're not taught that. So I think.
And so if you pause it right there, you hear what she's saying. She's more or less saying the city council has more power over her than, say, the federal government. It's kind of what she's saying. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, and to a certain extent, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
They're
she's definitely
dictating
correct.
more directly what affects your day-to-day life, whether your streets are
Right.
plowed on time. Well, how is the funding divided up in your community? Who gets certain contracts to get things fixed? Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need to be a citizen to have an impact on those things.
No, you don't. But
You need to be a resident.
I get that, John. I understand. But the bigger picture is it's not even for voting. My parents didn't even get it for that. My parents
What did
got
they get
it
it for?
because in order to get Social Security, you got to be a citizen. In order to get certain benefits, you have to be a citizen. You can still get disability and certain things like that as a resident, but to get other benefits that they put into the system, they have to be citizens.
Maybe she'll apply as she gets closer to Social Security age to reap the benefits while having avoided all the costs of being citizens. See, that's like part of the thing that's happening here. There's a cost to being a citizen, correct? There is a cost. You got to pay taxes and all that kind of stuff. You know, she doesn't have to abide by all.
I don't think so, dude. It's the same thing. Same thing as a resident. When you work, you still pay taxes. I even think that you pay more as a resident. So it would benefit you more to be a citizen than a resident, because a
I
resident
bet
is
they
just
work off. Hey, I bet they work off the books.
a resident is just
Hey, Latino, let me ask you this. I bet both of
permission
those women work.
a
I
permission
bet both of
slip.
those women. I bet both of those women work off the books. If you can, right? They work in child care. What is it? One of them elderly providers, something like that. There's a big off the book economy for that. Off the
But
books, non-American, no taxes. Okay, you get all the benefits, no taxes. Let's roll.
God forbid that some shit happens and she ends up back in DR after 40 years.
You're gonna talk about it. Listen, go ahead. Go ahead.
But that's the bigger point. Like nobody wants to be deported.
Play some more Universal.
Because it is a narrative that we're being swayed to in the way that the three companies that own all mainstream media want us to follow. So I think we just need to simply ask more questions.
Someone wanted to know, or do you plan on becoming a citizen?
Do I plan? I'm actually thinking about that right now, because typically the election years, they process the applications faster, and it's
See that?
quickly
Stop it
approaching
right
the
there.
deadline, right?
Stop it right there.
Can you
So
rewind it? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I'll tell you. Basically, she says, I'm thinking about becoming a citizen. Typically, during election years, they process the citizenship applications faster.
Okay. There you go. Okay. All right.
She's been around long enough to know how the game is played. There's no rush. Every 4 years, they're going to process the application real fast. There's no rush. Now, if they told her every 30 years we're going to do this, she'd hurry up and get it done. But every 4 years, she's young now. She got another 30 years to just play around and wait every 4 years. That's the way the game is being played. Understand? I didn't even know that about they rush the applications during the election season. They know these things more than we do.
I don't know, because over here they do it every 5 years, depending on your status.
What she's saying is that they rush the applications.
So over here they
rush them.
Over here they have a celebration at Fenway Park where they give everybody little flags and their citizenship.
I think you're missing it again. What she's saying is during the election season.
I get that, man. But
they rushed them.
Damn, 40 years, I still can't get over that.
What's the reason? Like, what's the hurry? Every 4 years, they're going to expedite the process. It's no big deal. Why jump into something that you may want to get out of?
Because you never know what could happen. Because man, dude, as a Dominican, dude, I'm telling you, I've seen people get deported for stupid shit. So, and listen, I have a friend that got deported. Thanks to Biden. I don't know how, but some way, somehow, this motherfucker came back and he's good now. Thanks to the Biden administration, because they were very lenient. But the point of the matter is, this guy's been here for 10 years. We've been telling his mom, even my father has told his mom, he's like, yo, since your kid is a badass little kid and he be getting in trouble, you should get him his citizenship because he's a minor right now. They'll give it to him automatically. She never went and got it.
But this is probably a well-behaved woman who's rolling the dice, making a calculated.
I understand that, but my whole point is you just never know what could happen tomorrow. She could have,
that's fair.
The wrong boyfriend in her house with drugs that she didn't know about, and you just never know.
Yeah, fair.
That all mainstream media wants us to follow. So I think we just need to simply ask more questions.
Someone wanted to know, or do you plan on becoming a citizen?
Do I plan? I'm actually thinking about that right now, because typically the election years, they process the applications faster, and it's quickly approaching the deadline, right? So I'm actually thinking about that. I will have made my decision by the end of the month, so not yet. I don't know.
John, ask her how long she's been a permanent resident.
You've been here 40 years, right? 40 years. Do you think that it is do you think that it's a benefit to being a citizen today?
There's there's still some benefits, and the largest one for me would be traveling abroad and being able to get help at an embassy if someone
See there?
something
Now,
were to happen.
now pause it,
But I
Universal.
don't want to work for the
Now,
government, which is another benefit.
see, now pause it, Universal. Okay. She don't want to work for the government. And she said one benefit would be if I travel. Okay. Do you travel? No. Okay, if I travel, as long as I don't get sick or anything or there's no war breaks out, I'm cool. But I don't even travel. So what's the big deal? That's what she said. Isn't there really no value to citizenship for her? Right? There really is no value.
Well, if she plans to be here in the States, and I mean, Ponda could attest to this, she's going to have a hard time in the future as a resident not being able to get Social Security. So
But what she's saying though, Latino, is every 4 years they speed up the process. So if not this 4 years, the next 4 years, I'll do it the next election cycle.
John, hi, John. That's not guaranteed, respectfully, sir. Sorry
But
for
that's
interrupting.
but that's what she's baked. Okay, I don't disagree with you. But that's what she's baked into the cake. Correct? She's baked that into the cake that every 4 years they speed up the process of the immigration paperwork. That's what she said. Now she could be wrong. But that's what has been baked into the cake, was clearly the prevailing thought in the community where she lives.
John,
so there's no rush.
John, she said she has been here for 40 years. That does not mean she has been a permanent resident for 40 years. So Pacheco's question was not answered. Secondly, after 40 years, so that means she has gone through the first Bush, Clinton, George W. Bush, and Obama, and Biden. So four administrations, which all had varying immigration policies and controls that she could have filed. She should have filed by the late 90s, because I say that Bill Clinton actually put into law that all children who were immigrants. Actually, I went to college with a girl. She actually became a citizen under this law that was signed in 2001. Well, actually, that was ratified in 2001. It was signed by Bill Clinton. That all children.
Sorry, Ponda. This is how my wife. This is how my wife became a citizen, and her brother.
But
what I'm stating right now, Latino4Trump, what I'm discussing. Okay, so Latino4Trump knows what I'm talking about. All children, so basically all millennials, if your parents were legal, and definitely if they were citizens, you automatically became a citizen. So if you were just here, your parents were, I think, at least permanent residents, or even if they were visa holders, if you are here with that family member, regardless if you were born in the United States, you became a United States citizen. So the only quote unquote illegals left would be these DACA recipients, the oldest of which are in their 40s now. Everybody else, if your parents came here the right way, and you were here, even though the parent may not be a citizen, they may just be a visa holder or just a permanent resident. If you were a child living with them, you became a citizen automatically. Bill Clinton did that for all these millennial children. Number one.
I think you're missing it. That's a long story.
No, John, 1 second. John, respectfully,
Go ahead, Mama.
Okay, thank you. For a woman to be in this country since the mid-'80s and to not be a U.S. citizen, remember, she says she's a permanent resident. We don't know how long she's been a permanent resident. There's more to this story. Of course, it's not our business. It's not, but there is more to this story. John, there is no benefit.
May be missing though.
John, there's nothing to miss, because there is no benefit to be in this country and not be a U.S. citizen.
I'm telling you, like what I'm trying to explain to you
is not only correct, it's the tip of the iceberg.
Hold on. What I'm trying to explain to you is that it's about a push now. It's about a 50-50, give or take, citizen versus non-citizen. These things are true. And so
No,
when
they're not true. They're not true. There's no
okay, well,
citizen.
why do you think she, okay, well, why do you think she hasn't become a citizen all this time?
We don't know her story. There's more to her
why do you
story
think
she's
this-
not
why do you
sharing, but
think
that's
this-
of course not
why
our
do you-
business.
Why do you think listen, every
And
benefit
also, John, working under the table, which means she's not reporting income, that's grounds for deportation.
I
Yes,
mean,
it
you
is.
know, again,
Especially,
okay, fair
especially in
enough.
this environment
Fair enough.
with
Maybe
the
she's not
federal
working,
government.
but maybe she's not working on the table. But like, let me explain something to you, right?
John, okay, let's just say she's not working underneath the table.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Like,
Okay, let me know whenever you're finished, sir.
right. Because I'm just gonna give you how the lay of the land down on the street works. Do you know that if I got children in Africa or Mexico or wherever the hell they are, I can get welfare benefits, government benefits for those children, even if they're not here in my house. They don't have to be here 365 days out of the year. Understand that. You go through LA, there are parts of LA where they do taxes. And you will see them advertising like, yo, we will get you whatever the tax income credit for a child. The child ain't got to be here. The law said the child got to be here 2-3 months out of the year. It don't even have to be a citizen. You can still claim tax credits for it. You get tax credits. And these are the things I'm saying that, like, you get these benefits, citizen or not. But with being a citizen comes some responsibilities. Taxes. You can't escape American taxes. You can leave this country and the American government still be like, I want you some money. You making money somewhere. Give me. She's not a citizen here. If she up in one day decides to go back to Dominican Republic, she don't owe America anything. But if she comes a citizen, and now they can start attaching her wages. If she leaves here, go to Europe or somewhere. And so we're almost at a balance where there is many benefits to being here and not being a citizen as it is to being here and being a citizen. What benefits are they missing out on by not being citizens? What are they missing out on? What are they missing out on? I ain't put that up on the screen, by the way. What are they missing out on? Tell me what they're missing out on. Welfare? No.
That's not me.
No, I put it on the screen. I put since
Okay.
I'm still questioning. Since you love to interject yourself. No, I ponder questions to ponder. I put it on the screen.
I'm like, I ain't put that up.
Honestly,
This
you know what
person
I'm saying?
clearly
Like,
wants attention. Go ahead, I'll give you attention.
like-
Still questioning.
no, partner, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, this is part of the economy that people don't see. That I see it. Look what I just did this morning. You think these motherfuckers want to be citizens? Fuck no. They're in the gray economy. They pay no taxes. They basically are like ghosts in America. They don't exist. The government don't know they're here.
John, that is very dangerous, and the United States is not going to allow that. It's no. I'll wait till you finish. But the gray economy, which you're correct, John, they are stopping it. Literally, they are stopping it. They are not. The country is now. The country is not for show. No, it's not for show. First, a permanent resident pays taxes. They 100% pay taxes, if not more. But they pay taxes just like any other citizen. They have to file their 1040 or whatever they file for their business. Number one. Also, as a permanent resident, you have a green card. You complete e-verify, which you should be working for employers who complete e-verify. You report your income as you should. Your income. And also permanent residents, they also receive, they can complete the FAFSA, the federal application for the application for student aid.
Partner, these women didn't go to college. These women don't go to college.
Can I add something? Can I add something? Can I add something? My mom as a resident, right, and my dad as a resident, right. They had to reapply I believe it was every 4 years or 5 years. So that's a headache of its own.
And it costs money. And it costs
money. So
it costs a lot of money.
And you go to you go through an excessive background check again, through all those background checks again.
She may not be telling us that lady may be illegal. If she's telling us she a permanent resident for however long.
This is what I'm saying. For it to be 40 years and for her not to be a citizen, it doesn't make sense.
It does not make
It makes
sense.
Like
yeah, I'm
And
trying
it
to
makes
see
no sense.
what,
And
what
it's
I'm
at
trying to tell
very
you.
and it's
I'm
very
trying to tell you.
dangerous.
I'm
It's
trying to
very
tell you.
dangerous
I'm trying to tell you.
stay in
I
this
live in New
country
York.
to and look
I
what's
live
happening now. And look what's
But
John,
what I'm saying is like
John,
ponder.
John, go ahead and
No, hold on.
go ahead and
Hold on,
finish.
ponder. Let me explain it. Like I've been looking on Twitter, and they've been showing raids down on Canal Street of Africans selling purses. And they've been, oh, Donald Trump coming. They've been doing that shit for 30 years. They come raid the Africans, and 2 weeks later, the Africans back out there selling counterfeit purses. They're not going to stop that shit, I don't think. If they were, they could easily stop it. These guys be right back doing the same thing a week after being raided. I think, and this is my own opinion, in a city like New York, they have almost like wed themselves to this illegal class of labor, these people caught in the middle. They're, like you hear these women, what do these women do? Doula, childcare. They work in schools and shit like that. My children had women like this working in their schools. It's just such a web now that there's so many business interests that you're not going to get rid of these people. And there's so many benefits almost to keep them not citizens. That's why she's been here so long. I think that's the truth behind it.
May I respond?
There's no benefit to being a citizen. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, there is absolutely 100% nothing but benefit to being a citizen. Number one, you're afforded, there's certain activities, actions that cannot happen to you, especially when you look at criminal activity and behavior. Latino4Trump made some very, very good points. Anything small, a misdemeanor, an infraction, this woman will be set up for deportation. That's all it takes.
That's all it
Number
takes.
two, that's all it takes. Number two, you cannot even leave the country. You're not a citizen.
For a long period of time, for more than 6
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I asked you. Without being interrupted, please. May I just finish?
Sure.
May I respond? Thank you. You cannot leave the country because as a permanent resident, you don't have a United States passport. That's not a U.S. passport. You have an allowance to leave, but that's not a guarantee that you can return back at all. You're not a citizen. There are certain activities, actions, privileges only afforded to United States citizens. Even if your children are U.S. citizens, because, and keep in mind, they're already questioning birthright, John, which honestly is correct. Just because you have children in the United States, the only matter that has been adjudicated was the Wong versus Kim. That case in California, there was a man. He was born in California. His parents were both permanent residents, green card. He left to go back to Hong Kong to do whatever. He tried to come in. They refused him entry. The matter had to go to the United States Supreme Court. The Supreme Court favored him because the parents were permanent residents. So that's the only matter that's even been adjudicated. So what we do know is that U.S. citizens and permanent residents, they birth U.S. citizens. Just because you have a visa does not mean your child is a U.S. citizen, even if they are born in this country. John, that's not only is that an argument, and technically that is correct. What's been going on now is basically a matter of fiat. I have a child here. I'm a U.S. citizen. My child's a U.S. citizen. That's not necessarily true. That is what Trump is actually battling right now with SCOTUS, with the Supreme Court. The fact that a U.S. president can even make the argument, oh, just because your child's born here does not make them a U.S. citizen. That argument in and of itself is doubt. That's doubt. You are immediately making doubt. The fact that this case can even be argued already presents doubt whether or not a non-permanent resident, a non-U.S. citizen can even birth a U.S. citizen. Think about this. So that's number one. Again, what Latino4Trump said.
Let's get back to the passport stuff. We don't want to get too off topic.
Any infraction, any mistake, you go before a court, you are a non-U.S. citizen, you are looking at the possibility of deportation. That's just the way it is.
But
Yo,
again,
John,
you know, and we're gonna get back to the passport
really
stuff.
is.
We ain't gonna get. Let's not get off into the weeds of the
no,
citizenship
I know.
thing.
I was gonna tell you. Can you put the video of the guy that you was talking about in DC
Which
or New
one?
York, I believe. The
Yeah, are
black
we done?
gentleman,
Are we?
Hispanic.
Well, hold on. Are we done?
You haven't
Which
played
one
that
you talking
yet.
about? Yeah, but are
The
we
one,
done with this clip of the lady?
yeah, we done with those.
We done with this?
Talking about, yeah, we're talking about the dude the black dude
Oh,
that was with
oh yeah.
Hispanic.
The black dude. What he said? He said. If what was it?
Well, you don't got the clip?
Spanish woman. Yeah, I got it. It's the Spanish women. Yeah, I'll pull it up here. It says Spanish women.
Still questioning. You're absolutely correct. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You like to talk a lot. Still questioning. Call in. Stop with the keyboard warrior. Still questioning. Oh, I don't know. You're not questioning. I'm questioning Saponder. I am. Since you want to take my name and you stay confused, call in. Just call in. I have no knowledge of reality.
You got a fan.
Keyboard warrior. Just call in. I'm your biggest fan. Still questioning.
Here's this clip. Go ahead, guys. Here's this clip I want to play for you guys. This was a clip from the Buddy's nightclub, Columbia Heights, Northwest Washington, D.C. here.
I just put up in that motherfucking.
Oh, shit.
I think it's a difference with black and brown people cheating. I want to go back to your first question. I think it's a difference, especially for black men.
What's the difference?
I'm a black man that's been all around the world, and I don't date white. I don't date nothing outside of black and Latino. And I think black women don't got to the point where they don't became a little too rough. They're not as delicate, man.
What do you mean by that?
They just not as delicate. They're not as soft. They're not as feminine. It's like some of that old school stuff that I noticed my grandparents got. Black women are lost, and if you wanna feel that again, you gotta get a Spanish woman now. Like, I'm not saying they better. I just feel like they're a little softer, a little more delicate.
They're softer than the black.
I don't want to say too much and start talking too much and babbling too much about that.
And that was that right there. That's rough language. It's real rough language. It's a black man from Miami, Florida. He said the sister gal's too rough. Too rough. They've lost their way. Go ahead, guys.
Damn. What you think about that, Jones?
To an extent, if I may, I'll be off the panel in a few minutes. If I may, you need to lose weight.
Stay ponder, because we need a woman's perspective.
I'll do a live. I'll do a live and respond. I have some things I need to do today.
Go ahead.
But you have to lose weight. You have to lose weight. Look up the American woman. 80% are overweight.
This is what I said to Ponder. Ponder, I stated this earlier, bro.
It's actually, they're not even overweight. They are obese.
Obese.
There are like 5 classifications to obesity. These women are so obese. It's across the board.
Universal, is this problem? Hold on, Ponder. Universal, is this problem solved by just fitness?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. As a black man, no.
Universal.
What?
As a black man, why not? As a black man, why not? If all the black women got fit today, why wouldn't the problem?
Honestly, that might make it worse.
What do you mean?
The egos will,
because I think their egos are going to be even more inflated.
Yeah.
To be honest, because even with them being big, a lot of black women approach dating like men do.
You're right.
I got a good job. I got a good education. I got my own shit. I pay my own bills. Most men, male nature, don't care about that. But that's what they lead with, and that is not going to help. And if they start getting fit, good Lord, that might make it worse. Honestly,
it's over.
The issue is that we are not raising
Universal. I don't mean hold your thought, Universal.
Go ahead. I can hold it.
Respond to the comment on the screen.
So there are no fat Latino women. These conversations are too silly.
These blacks do this shit all the time at the universe.
That's not my
That's
stance
not
on it. I
that's
think,
not what Ponder said.
and
Ponder said
honestly, I think
American women, which is
That's
a
not what Universal is saying.
Jesus Christ, man.
Universal, there's more. Hold on, there's more to it than fat. Universal said if they lost all the weight, they still have a problem.
Yes, because it's
He
the
hasn't
ego.
said what that would be. The Latino women, well, they fat, but maybe they're feminine. They counter some of that, and then plus they've had children by these men, so maybe the men are showing a little difference because of that.
Damn, John.
John.
You got 89-year-old.
John.
No,
So address all three of your points. So to address all three of your points, let's just go ahead and level set everything out. All women, all Black women in the United States are now a size 6. Everyone's in direct proportion, height to fitness, height to weight. At the end of the day, let's address something. These men, and I'm going to address something which goes to a comment that Stephen A. Smith says. Stephen A. Smith, everyone knows who he is. All of you know who he is. You are all quite active in the NFL, every last one of you. He directly said that I just can't be faithful. Stephen A. Smith said that I cannot be faithful.
that's part of the problem too.
That these men do not get married and are not faithful. And Black men have a reputation for not being faithful, a very, very well-known reputation for not being married and not being faithful. So even we could go ahead and even measure everything out. Black women are now fit, feminine, friendly, which is true. You're supposed to be. That's just how a woman is supposed to be. It's not for a man, it's for yourself. A woman is educated, it's not feminism. And I've mentioned this on this channel before. Women like to be educated. Women are now in a position.
Pun, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Pun, I am so sick of hearing these stupid ass educated women. Like that shit is a turn off, honestly.
About that, maybe it's turn off for you. Men want John. If I may,
like nobody. These women are stupid, but they got degrees. Like a lot of them, like honestly, honestly, like Universal, he dates Black women. I date Black women. A lot of them aren't that intelligent. Trust me. They have degrees, but they're not that intelligent.
Okay,
they're
so
not.
when you say they're not intelligent,
and again, I'm not critical.
What is it that? What are you measuring as that is resulting or concluding to you that they are not intelligent?
Well, I mean, and again, I don't want you to think I'm just picking on women. I'm saying men too, the Black men too. You got a lot of overeducated Black men that, that they've complicated things by being. No, I'm not taking a shot upon. I'm just saying in general, like the Black woman who's saying, we are the most educated sister gals in the world, in the country. But she can't put 2 and 2 together to realize, but their education hasn't gotten us anywhere. We're still at the bottom.
That's not her responsibility. And what does her education have to do with Black people being at the bottom? Oh, she's at the bottom.
What I'm saying is,
we like to study. We like class.
But I don't think that these Black, like you might like to study. And this is what I was telling Izzy Bands. I was saying, like, Izzy, like what you're talking about is a sample size. The people that you surround yourself with, you've self-selected people that like to study, smarty arties. But see, me, I can't self-select. I got to deal with all the Blacks. And I realized that a lot of these Blacks, many of them have degrees, but they just ain't really into that shit. Look at what I've just shown you, like over the last couple of weeks. Stanley, and we're going all off topic, but Stanley, Leonard Roy, Nightish, name another old Black that's doing nothing. I got a clip that I'm procuring for you guys of, and I'm gonna hold it. I ain't gonna go off topic. I've told you guys about it, but now we don't want to go off topic. Let's get back to where we at here. I'm sorry,
John.
And again, hold on, Ponder. But this is not a shot at you because you're an intelligent person. But a lot of times, these people aren't as intelligent as you, but they got degrees, and that creates like a void of their intelligence and capacity, and this high-mindedness of where they think they belong. Universal says the same thing would happen if they lost weight. there's still some other flaws that they have that doesn't have anything to do with weight. So removing the weight situation may make the problem worse. I kind of agree with Universal on this.
Same.
John, one thing I will say, and I know something in my own personal life, I do not want to treat my husband, my family, as if I'm at my job or at work. So I do want to put that out. I have spoken to other women where that has been, and I'm Christian. That's one thing I think that does need to be a very important fact. I am Christian, and there is a way that I want marriage to reflect under God. So I'll just leave it at that. Like a Christian marriage, a Catholic marriage under God, and to have my husband also be under God. That in and of itself. So that's my situation. So how I treat. Can I finish without being interrupted?
One at a time.
So when you speak to other women, they may treat their marriage almost like they're at work. And a lot of professional women, I believe, just my opinions, may behave in such a manner. However, I do need to make it clear, though, we live in a knowledge-based economy. John, you were also on that live where some dude, the white dude who calls himself some dude, he thankfully came on panel and he discussed, my wife, like you, Ponder, is also a philosophy major. And he's the only person, and this is a married man, a married white man, who does not have as much education as his wife. But the type of work that he does, which is trades, he really makes more than his wife. But one thing about him is that he respects and loves his educated wife. And he sees the benefit of having an educated wife, an intelligent, educated wife, with a degree that everybody says is a basket weaving degree, but he was going hard. This is a white male who's in the trades, whom he himself made it clear that he's not even very formal education. So I don't even think
Ponder, I got a phone call. Ponder, I got a phone call and play for you. Very educated black woman. We're gonna play it. I got to clean it up a little bit. She got all the education in the world. And Biden hired her and Trump fired her. And she has no skills, and she's going to come out into the world like Leonard Roy and Knightish and Stanley. I said, what are you going to do now since you don't have a job anymore? You out of the government cocoon. She said, nothing. I said, well, you going to be able to make it? Not working? She said, I'll get back. I said, why don't you volunteer or something? You a former school teacher. Why don't you go volunteer? Nothing. She's going to sit around on her ass all day. And you know what's interesting about this pundit, which is also interesting, which is very much kind of like Stanley, I forget what I was about to say. But, aside from her not doing anything, I don't think she has any interest to do anything. And she doesn't have a lot of money, and anyway, so I forget what I was about to say, but go right ahead. Mm-hmm.
John, the barrier, it's now been raised. You have, regardless if people agree or don't agree, Black women are the most educated. Women across the board are educated. All women of all races have been educated. It really ramped up with Gen X, with your generation, John. So these women born in the 70s, and it's only heightened and increased every decade since then. This
Did she cut out?
Yeah, are you guys there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Latino?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what happened. I thought my audio cut out. I think she just cut out. Ponder, if you can hear us, we cannot hear you. John, are you still there?
Yeah.
I think we lost both of them.
Yes, we did.
Well, while we're having a station break, I'll do a station ID. You are tuning into the Urban Landlord. We are simulcasting on both Latino4Trump's channel, Let's Talk About It, and on my channel, Universal Jones's channel, Be Better Network. We are pushing to support content creators here on the channel. We want to definitely get Latino up to 500 subs. So if you could be so kind to sub to Latino's channel, his link is in the chat. We want to push this man to 500 subs. And then I'll drop my link in the chat. We want to push me to 1,000 subs as I am pushing close to 700 myself. Please support the content creators. And if you are a content creator, thank you. If you are a content creator and you would like some assistance, make sure you reach out. We want to make sure that we are supporting content creators over here to make sure that everybody has a voice, whether we agree or disagree on topics. Your perspective and opinion still matters. Welcome
Universal man. This is something different that we've done here. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Latino comes up on the panel all the time, and we want to hurry up and get it monetized. And part of the thing you have to do is watch hours, right? Latino, you gotta have subscribers too, but watch hours are very important.
Correct.
And so this is like a collective effort to work with each other. I couldn't have done this stream by myself. I couldn't have given you guys the Latino perspective. Am I loud? All right. I couldn't have given you guys the Latino perspective. And when I sent this clip to Latino, he was very impassioned about this. And he wanted to talk about this. I said, man, this would be a good topic for you to really expound on it. So let's get back into it.
Perfect. Latino, did you want to go back to the interview with the two Latinas, or did you want to move on? Because I think we're done with this clip as well.
Yeah, we're yeah, I think I'm done.
Perfect. All right.
I have a clip in the back though.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you.
That shows that some type of dynamic here of what we're talking about, a rough woman here lying.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Here we go. See, you gonna give me you and John.
Be light on the content, man. I be tripping about that content, man. I'm saying you have to be real careful. YouTube be on your ass over here.
It's X. Let me check see if there's any music on it.
You got to check all this shit. All this shit, man.
You want to check it out and let me know if you want to play it, John?
Yeah, you can check it out if you want to play it.
As long as no music, man. As long as there's no fucking music, man.
There's no music. It's just audio.
Yeah.
And this, I did see this clip. All right, this is kind of this is not kind of this is messed up. Here we go. Lord.
I'm at the women's hospital trying to see my son get an ultrasound. This girl she don't want to show my son. This shit crazy. Then I try to take her to she don't even want to show me an ultrasound. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I had to drag her up here and she still don't want to get an ultrasound, y'all. Can y'all please tell me what's wrong with that? That don't seem right with me. I'm at the women's hospital trying to see my son get an ultrasound.
So
what is that? A size 6?
Going on here?
Is that a size 6?
Maybe at the bottom. It's kind of like an ice cream cone thing going on here. I mean, maybe. It's a kind of shape.
Man, some of this shit be so crazy sometimes. You be like, is this real? Is this AI? Oh, it's a skit, man. People be filming skits for engagement, man. Like, it's so close to real, but it's so crazy that someone would film it. You know what I mean?
It's like the Boondocks, man. You watch the Boondocks and you'd be like, nah, this shit can never be real. But then again, they get their cartoons off of real life situations, John.
Yeah, I think this was she faked being pregnant here. I think that was the case, right?
She faked to try to lock him down.
Yeah, she faked being pregnant, and so he was like, "Well, let's go. We haven't done any appointments. Let's go get an ultrasound." And boom, They even had a baby shower as well, as you can see from the photo here.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
There was a whole baby shower for a woman who was not pregnant at all. So
that's fucked up.
You know, we had a caller. Remember, we had a caller the other day. Well, not the other day, but a while back, where he found out that he had a 16-year-old son. You know,
what?
And, yeah. So, so it goes both ways.
Get out of here.
Now that lady's pregnant.
Yo, like, how you like? Can you even get like child support, like back payments for 16 years?
Can you get it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, this bitch hit the lotto.
Especially if she was on welfare. If he was on welfare, you definitely gonna get it.
He's gonna
I
have
think
to pay that back.
isn't that how he found out, John? He got the letter.
Oh,
man. Bro, I've been getting child support letters around my houses for 20. You know, this one of the reasons why I never got on child support, man. I was like, what? Going around my mother seeing all these people with child support orders, not being able to pay their rent. I'm like, what? And my mother was a welfare worker, social worker, so she used to, you know, work with all the child support system.
I did not have to pay any child support when I got divorced. I don't know how it happened, but it did. And I'm praise the Lord. Alimony's a whole nother story, though.
Praise Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Paying the alimony, though. Child support. I'd rather pay alimony than child support, though. Tell you that. All right. Ponder, you are back, ma'am. Did you want to finish your thought? Because you did lose connection midstream.
And if anyone else wants to come up, bring you down. I want to talk about the passport issues. If you've been a passport bro, we'd love to hear your story.
Yeah, we definitely
thoughts about passport.
I'd definitely love to hear your story.
Yeah, I would love to hear someone comment on what the Latino women said about people going down to the Dominican, Colombian, and you've heard what the Dominican, or at least one Dominican woman thinks about men to go down there. And so, if there are any passport bros in the audience, I'd love to hear your take on it.
Ponder, are you back yet?
I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Did you want to finish your thought?
Universal, thank you. So as I was saying, the standard barrier for women now it's just been heightened. The American women are going to expect more. We just live in a very different time now. There is no other group of women in the world that have a level of independence and individuality that the American woman has. Sole reason because of income. And that the economy has matured, the economy has evolved in a manner that women no longer need men. An American woman can just want a man. She's no longer bound. Many American women, not all, of course, but many are no longer bound to having to be with a man in regards to income. And there quite a bit has to be thanked to that, which is the promotion, encouragement, yes, from the federal and state level to educate women, to put women in a position where she can earn income because the market demands it. Like a lot of the work that is now in demand, anybody who's smart can do it. Furthermore, as we've seen over the past 5-10 years, especially past the pandemic, many of us are now at home. So you can work from home. So you don't even have to deal with office politics and all the nonsense that goes over there. It really is just brain to a machine. Are you smart enough? Do you have the intellect to bring about a certain solution? And it's only the people who make the high earned income, besides those who earn assets or own assets like John Galt, those who are capable of solving problems. That's gender agnostic. That's just gender.
Well, I think clearly men don't care about income if they're going down to a third world country.
Okay, but let me respond to that, if I may. Those are men who, if I may not be interrupted, those are low-tiered men. You are men who are not even capable of competing. You have even those types of men. If you're a man in your 40s and you're going after a woman, late teens, 20s, a young girl, there's something clearly wrong with you that you have not been able to form a relationship with a woman closer to your age or when you yourself were in your 20s and your 30s. That is.
I guess what I'm saying is that. I guess what I'm saying is that. Like, if you look at the Hispanic women that are up on the channel, and you listen to what Universal's saying, these black women, or American women, I should say, they're leading with their wallet. They're almost coming in it like men. And the men don't want that. They go to Dominican where the women are
I'll be right back.
submissive, just by virtue of being poor. And I think that is the natural state of male-female relationships.
John, what you're not, what John, there's something you're missing, and you haven't said the word at all. It's called marriage. We can speak about relationships and who men want and what women won't do. At the end of the day, are these people getting married? But
you never get there with a high-minded, like the high-minded woman wants to go out and take on the world. The man doesn't want her, typically, right? You look at what the careers, the profession that those women were in. It wasn't high-minded. It was children, school teacher, babysitter, doula. It wasn't engineer, architect. It was just, women-centric type careers. Not, it's not, nothing for nothing. They had 5 children between the two of them. Then you hear the black woman, we are the most educated people in the world. She has no children.
John, and the black men does not get married. John, you keep bringing up black women. You're not bringing up the fact black men do not get married. They are the least married of any group. I'm not discussing race. I'm just saying across the board. Hispanic men are known for being married. The Hispanic culture is very family oriented.
But I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not pointing fingers at one gender or the other. But what I'm saying is that if you look at the Hispanic women, if those two are a decent representative sample, those 3, we've had 3 up on the panel. The one from Northwest DC and the 2 that were right there. They were just like basic, like food, water, shelter. The black girl, I'm educated. I went to school. I got higher standards. And like, it's harder for a man to meet her where she is versus these Hispanic women. I think most people would say that's fair. It doesn't have anything to do with race. I'm just pointing out in this particular example, these 2 sets of people.
The black woman lives in the United States. A black woman, a black American woman.
Both live in the United States.
Okay. A black American woman, John, there's a reason. So when it comes to the boomers, it was promoted. Okay, if I may, please do not interrupt, because I really do want to say this. When you're looking at back in the early 20th century, a lot of black women, they were domestic workers. What was quite common is that you're having young black women who are domestic workers in majority white families. There was a lot of perversion and taken advantage of. A lot was happening. It was very common. And I was told, not only my personal life, but there's also another YouTuber. She's a woman, a black woman, a boomer. She said a large population, a large of the biracials come as a result of black women doing domestic work. So these young girls are being taken advantage of. There has been a push, especially back in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, to put young black girls in school, to not have black girls doing domestic work, but to have her educated in school, have her in college, get her out of domestic work. From there, we have seen results. Regardless if people agree with it or not, you're going to see a result. There's going to be a consequence, which is you're going to have an educated class, an educated gender and race class of black women who understand.
Name an educated. All right, Puna, don't take us through history. Puna, you're taking us through history.
No, John, you keep bringing up education. John, we're the most educated. You keep bringing it up. I'm telling you where it's coming from. You know that too. Right. And you know this too. So there's no reason to even bring up we're the most educated. Black women go to college. And black women go to college. White women go to college. The American women since the 50s and 60s are in college. That's the American culture now. And this started full force with the boomers. So there's no reason to even bring up Black women in education. That's just the American way. Women are educated in this country. Women go to college. And it's only has been heightened. So there's no reason to bring this up.
I got you. I'll accept your premise that women go to college, men go to college. And the Black men, when they get out of college, they go to the Dominican Republic to chase down women who don't go to college.
That's okay. That's not all. That's okay. And I people say don't bring up not all. If that's what, first off, there are more than enough educated Black men who marry Black women, or they marry American women right here. There's no other group. If we're looking at race and gender, Black men marry outside the race by far more than any other race.
Let me ask you this question,
plenty of American women, or if a Black man prefers, there's white women. They marry white women who are from San Diego, Michigan, Atlanta, etc. So like this whole Dominican Republic, that's that one particular group of men who want to leave the country. And it's not just, they go to, we know Asia, we know Brazil. Like we've had American men, regardless of race, they go to these countries for a very clear, specific reason. So let's not say that these men are the standard. These men are outliers, and it's perversion, but they are outliers.
Ponder, what I say, here's what I say. For every Black woman who is very well educated, everything works out, there's the ones that are like that Black woman. We are the most educated, blah, 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 blah. Like, men just don't want to deal with that. Man, I don't want to hear none of this shit, period. Point blank. Don't want to hear it. I don't give a damn about your education. I just don't want to hear it.
Okay, that's you, John. That's you. There are some. Then you also had another guy who called in, some dude who just happened to be a white guy, and he said the exact opposite you just said. And he's also married to a philosophy.
But hold on. In his case, and in Stanley's case. Like, look at this, man. Hold on, look, Pundit. I want to show you this. I want Universal. Look, Universal, please help me here. I want you to just look at these gesticulations, as they say. The gesticulations, just they're bouncing around, the passion in her voice and her hand movements. Ain't no nigga trying to deal with this shit. I don't give a damn how much education.
The woman.
No.
Pause. Because here's the thing.
You don't want to take a look.
No, here's the thing. The Black American woman, have a great night, love. The Black American woman is the most educated woman in America. The Black American woman has to, have everything on their back to even just survive, not even thrive.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would I want a child?
That.
So support
that. And then also
because the white woman doesn't have to do it. The Latino woman doesn't have to do it. The Asian woman has to do it. Like, why do we have to do it? Why do we have to do it?
Wait,
because we're strong.
Hold on.
Wait, we have to.
Black man.
What's the difference?
I'm a Black man that's been all around the world, and I don't date white. I don't date nothing outside of Black and Latino. And I think black women don't got to the point where they don't became a little too rough. They're not as delicate, man.
That Black woman that I'm educated, she rough, man. Ooh, that boy.
Why don't you listen to everything that she said? John, you're just picking and choosing what that woman said. You're not listening to everything else that she said. John, you don't listen to everything else that she said. Sure, John. I was with you, and I was with you when you first.
Just listen to me as a man for 1 second, right? I'm a man. I'm sitting across from her. I'm a very eligible nigga. Look how rough she talked. Look, I got money. She ain't got no nigga. And she just can't hold it in. Even if she didn't want me, she might say, well, this nigga here might know niggas with money.
He's squall.
She can't hold it. She had to get it out. No. That anger, that all that she's been through. You put a mic in front of her, she got to let it go. And that's just a clip of her talking. She talked about being with a man, a 50-something-year-old man, who's just shitting on her, playing around with her. Even at 50, there are no options for her. And the men that might go for her, she's too strong for them, and they down in the Dominican, having the time of their life. Big fat niggas like what Dominican just showed us. Latino4Trump just showed us. That's a hell of a dilemma there to face. When you say Universal, like that's a woman that looks like she'd be hard to deal with. Would you say that's fair, Universal? As a man that's out here dating.
Yes, I would say that.
Huh?
I do date educated Black women. Let me be very clear. Women, 6-figure women.
I'm a Black man that been all around.
Women who have manager jobs, and these are professionals, master's degrees, PhDs. I do date these women. And I've had and not that my experience is everybody's experience, but I have had these conversations, and I've had these women get very defensive about their education. And for me, I'm not dating them because they've reached that level of success. That doesn't matter to me. I can literally date a chick who works at Chick-fil-A and be just as happy.
Universal.
Like,
Hey, Universal. Can I play this on silent? I want to play this motherfucker on silent.
Just to see the mannerisms.
And I want you to look at her and judge her mannerisms and say, what do you just tell me what you think? Look.
I mean, we can just compare both mannerisms of these two versus the last two women. I mean, that's enough just there. They're just different energy.
Look at this. Look at that energy, man.
But she's frustrated.
Look at that energy, man.
Right?
And that's a bold statement too. That Black women are the most educated women here. Like, that's not a true statement, dude. Like, they might be the most educated when it comes.
Hold on. Fuck that education. Fuck that education. Look at that energy, nigga. Look at that energy, nigga. Nigga, I'm a nigga. I gotta deal with people like this. Huh? Universal. You know what I'm saying? Look at that energy.
I understand this. I do understand this.
You understand?
This is honestly, I honestly think that you and Ponder's points aren't too far off. You're just coming at it from two different angles. Because when she brings up, there are no people really aiming to get married. There's no aim for that. So if there's generally not a desire to aim for marriage, and you have one gender.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Black American woman. Have a great night, love.
Even this statement is very important to this conversation.
Woman in America.
No,
the Black American woman has to, have everything on their back to even just survive. Not even survive. So why the fuck would I want to survive? That's support that. And then
ain't universal, bro. Like, understand my nigga.
I got it.
People don't understand. What you people don't understand here, universal.
Go ahead.
What these motherfuckers don't understand. That's a lesbian woman next to her. Said, "Oh God, preach, baby."
Yeah, but the mindset doesn't matter. The mindset's overall. Yeah, she's gonna get support from the lesbian woman.
Girl, you eating right now. Right?
Yeah, she's cooking.
You know that's how they score touchdown.
Yeah.
You're not listening. John, you're not listening, or none of you are listening to what she's saying. So whatever
I haven't even finished my statement.
You're not listening to anything that she's saying. You're not hearing what she's saying. So your response is just you're all having fun with her delivery, which is perfectly fine. If it's such an issue, like you're bringing up, there are other countries. There's Thailand, Dominican Republic, Brazil that allow this type of behavior with American men to go there.
Okay, niggas ain't got no money to go to Thailand. They going to Dominican. Look, scope down there in Colombia.
Then just do that. Then a woman is not like it's just made very clear that women are just not going to go back down to how things were.
Can I?
My
That is true. That is true.
point
I
has been
agree with
very
that
well
point.
made. Women do not need men anymore. They want men. If men do not want what they're seeing right now in the American woman, regardless if she's black or white, because I've heard some very interesting conversations regarding white women, from white men.
They're headed down the same
when
path.
it comes to education. When it comes to education. And Republican, I'll have a response live to this live so that I'm not interrupted by these men. But there are going to be some changes. The country is just so expensive right now, and the country has changed. Lastly, and I'll drop down. There's no gray economy.
Don't drop down.
There's no gray economy. No, because I have some stuff I need to do. No, because I do have things. There's no gray economy. It's not happening anymore. Like things are drastically changing. There's no more gray economy. There's no more working off the books. The federal government is involving themselves now permanently in these major cities. They're going to know who everybody is and will be accounted for in this country. That's just what's going to happen now. So things are getting very competitive and everything is more expensive. If the American man cannot keep up and raise his own personal level to what is now being expected by the American woman, then the other options you have are to go to the Dominican Republic. Try there. That's what these men want to do. But it's gross, but nobody is going to go down to meet you there. Regression to the mean is real. It's real. And there are too many stories of women getting with these men who are so angry and jealous over this whole education. Like, I don't know why. And men calling it feminism. A woman getting educated is not feminism. That's just a woman being educated. Like, it's just mind-boggling that there's some sort of friction. That's what I'm seeing with the other gender, men, with women just being educated. Like having a college degree, that she's with a college degree. I have a college degree. What does that matter?
Right.
Because I think being educated, it's something that's important to me. It's an accomplishment. It shows that I can at least complete something.
All right. Ponder. I think what you're saying here, though, is like the mismatching of intelligence and education. Look at this woman wagging her fingers and like she can't talk. Like she can't, match her education with her behavior and her ability to articulate a point. And so when she runs into a man, she can't articulate herself. She has all these big words and books she's read. And she's bringing that to the man with the conflict. It doesn't work like that. Men don't want all that big talk and shit from an empty-headed woman. And this woman is empty-headed, but she's been fed a lot of book shit. And she thinks she's smarter than she really is. And that's really incompatible with most men. As Universal said, he'll take a woman with less talk that work at Chick-fil-A than this smarty, all these smart mouth ass woman. You know what I mean? It's just, again, you could play her without her even talking, and it's almost repulsive. With all the education, she repulses men. And that is the feminine factor that I think the other guy is saying. I need me a feminine woman.
John, I could have.
You know who's very feminine? A Christian woman.
Correct.
Someone who understands and respects marriage. A Christian woman. Do you know who divorces the least in the country? Catholics. Protestants stay getting divorced, but they get remarried. Nothing against them. But Catholics, one marriage, that's it across the board. Orthodox as well. If you want a relationship, you want marriage, take the discipline and be under Christ. That's how things work. That's how things have been. It's just now recently we're seeing more divorce and in correlation, you're also seeing less people going to church. If you want a traditional marriage, then men act traditionally, which is you being in the church, being a man of the church, a man of Christ. You will find a woman who shares your same values. But a lot of men, you're under the world. You want to be of the world. You don't want to be, you talk about submission, submit under God, which means you have to deal with your addictions, deal with your hedonism, and learn to be faithful. When you have a man like Stephen A. Smith, who was finally honest, I just can't be faithful. He outright said that, I just can't be faithful. A woman's not going to tolerate that, not just for like her emotions, but for her physical health. Like a woman's not going to tolerate that. You're going around with all these women. I mean, a great example, a very high.
You know, have you ever considered possibly that black men don't have the ability in great numbers to be faithful like that?
Too bad, so sad. That's not one's fault. No, I don't care.
Man, I didn't ask you if it's too bad. I didn't ask you if you cared. No, I'm asking you, do you think? No, man, I didn't ask you if you cared. I'm asking you, you know, to look at it and say maybe they don't have the capacity to do it.
So black men cannot be disciplined. That's what you're saying.
I'm asking you a question. Have you ever even considered that they may not have the capacity of, what do they call it? What's the word for this shit? Fidelity or you know, monogamous relationships. It could be possible that blacks don't have the capacity to do it.
Okay, so black people cannot be disciplined. That's what you're referring
they can be disciplined. No, they may be able to be disciplined on things, but just maybe not disciplined in that regard.
So okay, so you are saying yes, that they cannot be disciplined to be monogamous in marriage.
Maybe in that regard. Hey, and white men may not be able to be disciplined in other regards, and Korean men may not be able to be disciplined in other regards.
No, but you're bringing up black women. You're not, okay, John. You're bringing up specifically black women.
You bringing up no. You're bringing You're bringing up marriage, which implies monogamy. Right? That what if black men just aren't wired for it? Maybe if the black psyche, men and women, just isn't compatible with that. Have you ever considered that?
Well, no, I have not, and I don't care. Nor will I. Learn discipline.
But I mean, but what if it's not about discipline? What if you're not just wired to
discipline? You're not wired. That's the most ridiculous comment you have ever made, John Galt. Not wired.
Look. Some people are wired to like sit at a desk all day. You've talked about how women do that. You talked about how women can just sit behind a desk all day. They want to learn. Okay, so you assign a distinction between men and women. Well, what if there could be a difference between, say, black men and black women? Black men and women dynamics versus white men and white women dynamics. It could be a difference. It's very possible.
I'm not really understanding your point. Can you please clarify, sir? You're asking a question? Like, no, you're asking a hypothetical right now. You're asking
right. Okay. So if men and women are different. So okay, let me ask you this: men and women are different, correct? Yes
John,
or no? You say men.
John, I'm not going to yes or no. Right. John,
I think you'd agree. Okay, so I think you'd agree with that.
To a conclusion.
So okay, do you think black men and white men are different? I mean, like, could they have different traits and things like that lead to different outcomes? It's very possible. Very, very possible. And one of them could be, monogamy, whereas the black man in the environment that he lives doesn't really foster monogamy. Men die young, they live recklessly, risky. So it requires the better men, in theory, it would require the better men to carry multiple women. Just different kind of, societies and things like that, the way people live. You know what I'm saying? Like,
John, do you understand that you spoke, your original premise is a hypothetical? Can you speak in the affirmative, like to use declarative sentences? You're speaking
I'll say this.
Imperious. Oh God, imperious.
I've seen some blacks engage in monogamy, and it works out well for them. It's fine, right? You know, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I've seen some disaster happen when blacks trying to practice monogamy. We've all seen the videos. They're trying to practice monogamy, and either the woman is cheating or the man is cheating. You've seen the shit on the channel here. And
let's make sure that we're speaking about the same thing. I'm discussing marriage, which is monogamy,
right.
but not all monogamy is marriage. I'm speaking specifically about marriage.
But presumably you get the monogamy.
John, I'm not speaking hypothetically. Like you're right now speaking hypothetically. I'm speaking hypothetically. Black men, statistically, per capita, since we all like to bring that up, per capita, they are the least married across the board. Across the board. Even when Black men do get married, Black men, and I'm just saying this, Black men, more than any other racial group, will marry outside their race. Great, fantastic. Black men, we all know, I don't even see that as a problem. It's just facts. So we know that alludes to Black men have options. Black men do not have to marry Black women. Black men can 100%. Hey, Malcolm had a dream. I mean, what is his name? MLK had a dream. There's no issues right now. You can marry outside the race. But yet Black men are still the least likely to get married. Of
but
any
could it
group,
not be I think most people would agree.
I'm not talking because even the only Black people have what, ghetto marriage? Like you're just with the girl, like, so that's monogamy, quote unquote, if it is. I'm talking specific marriage. Black men just don't do that. So when you have that situation, keep in mind it's going to result. Here's my thesis: it's going to result in a very different mentality and also activity from the Black woman. So you cannot bring up this young lady that you keep bringing up. She was 30 years old. She brought up Black women in education, but you're not listening to everything else that she's saying. You keep bringing up her attitude and all this.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
John, that woman brought up Hispanic women and white women. Those women get married. Hispanic men marry Hispanic women.
I went to the
Hispanic women will be senora. They'll give senora privileges to their husbands. We all know what senora privileges are.
We already know.
Yeah, we know that because they're married. White women get married. Hispanic women, Black women are not getting married.
You're repeating yourself now, right? And there are reasons, right? I went to the point of no return. Anyone know what the point of no return is? Anyone know what the point of no return is?
I mean, are you talking about the saying or an actual location?
No, it's in Africa. It's in Ghana. It's where they sent the slave ships off. Anyway, I've told you the story before. Obama went there. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so when you get to the point of no return, which is a slave castle in Cape Coast, Ghana, there's like a plaque on the...
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That's that real famous one the British used and stuff. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
And so, yeah, well, it wasn't just the British. It was other people. Other countries came and took over and they took the castles. The Portuguese, right? You know, every European country came through there and took over the castles and used slaves, whatever. That's the story. I'm not coming on if it's true or false. Doesn't matter to me. I don't want to get off in this Q butter type debate. But the point I am making, though, is that as you enter the damn castle, slave castle, the dungeons, whatever, you can go back and Google Obama. He's been there. You see a sign say, like, the exchange of cultures. You understand what exchange of cultures is? And so it was the Ghanaians, they were in control of all this property here, and they said the white man brought things like marriage and education and stuff like that to Ghana. In other words, these people never had formal education, never had a concept of marriage. Right?
Everybody was just
never had it. Well, now it may have just been they had chiefdoms and shit like that, and you know they had their own level of organization, right? But they also dealt with each other. Like one of them got out of line, they didn't just put him in jail and let him out the same day. They probably killed him. So they were able to maintain a bit of order. Now you got the JPs walking around, where in Ghana he'd be dead, and he's walking around here now having sex with a bunch of women. So it creates a topsy-turvy type of environment. In Africa, no concept of marriage. white man introduced it to them. But they can't employ the systems to punish the black, to punish the undisciplined. In America, they can. As an example, I had a man call me the other day. He said, "Hey man, they just caught me for child support for a child that's 16 years old. That doesn't happen in Africa."
God damn.
You understand? And so these are the type of things that I'm talking about that I
So
think.
can I input a little bit, John? Because I think I can put this together.
Yeah. Hey, University, you guys didn't leave, did you? Because I got these guys chopping trees, man. I mean, I need to get out of here shortly.
I don't know where Ponder went, but I think this is it's you guys are kind of both right. It has to do with there are factors dealing with like evolutionarily and cultural factors and environmental factors like resource management. Monogamy and things like that helps to organize a society for resource management purposes.
Yeah.
If you have men sleeping around causing all these kind of children all over the place, it's going to cause resource management in the society. Okay, it causes destabilization. So the monogamy creates social cohesion, and it creates boundaries and structure. Okay, that's what. And the thing. Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry,
go ahead.
MP, I've shown on these streams, and I'm surprised people haven't picked up on it. Like the lower class blacks are not practicing monogamy. It's the middle class blacks that are trying to force this shit on themselves. But all around them, no one else is practicing. Everybody's cheating. And that makes it very difficult to practice something where everyone else is cheating. No one's being honest. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're the only one playing by the rules when there are.
Right. If I'm the only one playing by the rules, and I go out with my girlfriend, like, and I've seen it, bro. I've seen this a million times. I've had girlfriends. They go out to the club, and one of them gets more attention than the other, and then they lose. They can't be friends anymore because they're competing so hard for marriage, right?
Well, that's the female imperative. I mean, they're in competition with each other in the same.
But again, I showed you guys, like, you got to put all this shit together. I showed you guys a live stream. Hold on, don't interrupt. Hold on, don't interrupt. I showed you guys live streams. 4 pretty white girls walking down the street, headed out to the party together. They're all pretty. They know that they are the cream of the crop. They're going to get their pick of the litter. That's probably easy to deal with than if you're mid-tier, lower-tier, less desirable woman. That's a hard world. That's a cruel world to deal with. Particularly if you got men going to the Dominican and other places where it's cheaper to pick those women up. It's just very difficult, it would seem to me. Anyway, we got Chicas up here. Chaos, sorry. What's up?
Hello. How you doing? Yeah. On behalf of my good brother, Mr. Brandon Jones, I came across.
Oh, okay.
It's a dream. I'm not sure whose channel is it. Is it Brandon or this is your channel, sir?
We streaming on all 3.
Okay, well, all right. Well.
University, you got to come up here. You got one of your people up here. Don't interrupt me, Imperius. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. In regards to this thing about the cultural shock, the cheating, and all these terminologies that's facing us today in the West. You know, I find interesting, brother, that a lot of women don't like when black men are being brutally honest about the environment and the circumstance. Now, it would be nice in a perfect world that everybody has a mate. That would be beautiful. But we all know through nature and how is it structured, right? Not everybody's gonna have the opportunity to reproduce, much as might possibly not have a mate. You get me? That's why you look at why there's more women than men. It's intended to that because to perpetuate, let's say, the species, it has to be some form of unbalance.
All right, let's get to the. Hey, hold on. Let's get to the. Are you a black man? What?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm black. Yes. Brandon knows me.
Okay, you date sister gals, Latinos, what?
No, I mostly deal with black people, black women generally. You know, that's
okay.
I more lean to. As long as you're black or some way, I will deal with
you. So,
you know?
What do you think about the guy saying that black women have gotten too rough? Yeah, hold on for a second.
Oh,
yeah, hold on. Yeah, what do you think when the guy said black women getting too rough?
They got into rough, like they're rough, like enjoying nature, or just rough and what do you mean rough? Explain details
Well,
of rough.
you okay? Should we play Latino? Should we play the clip for him again?
I can tell him why.
No. I didn't.
Sure.
No, listen, I want you to listen to. I want you to listen to this.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I think it's a difference with black and brown people cheating. I want to go back to the first question. I think it's a difference, especially for black men.
What's the difference?
I'm a black man that's been all around the world, and I don't date white. I don't date nothing outside of black and Latino. And I think black women don't got to the point where they don't became a little too rough. They're not as delicate, man.
What do you mean by that?
They're just not as delicate. They're not as soft. They're not as feminine. It's like some of that old school stuff that I noticed my grandparents got. Black women are lost, and if you wanna feel that again, you gotta get a Spanish woman now.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
All right. Okay. I'm not sure what the age the gentleman is, but let's say his experience looks like he is experienced enough, if he date enough, that he finds then with this set of women, black women generally, that they're too rough. That means they have an attitude. They're too, maybe, I guess, masculine in ways.
Do you think that's true? I understand. You don't got to list it all. Do you think it's true?
In some cases, yes. I ain't gonna deny say yes. And the reason why is, it's intended that way. You get me? For a reason.
Okay, got you. All right. Got you. All right. I don't want to hear why. Hey, let me ask you this. Does education, do you care how much education a woman has when you meet her?
To me, she should be educated enough for the basics. So to me, I find to me it's a little bit important to me. A little bit. Not
for the basics,
but just enough. Yeah. Very important.
For the basics. For the basics. She can read, write, count. Right?
Yes. If she
can understand basic shit, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
That's all you need. Right?
That's all.
You don't need a rocket science woman. You don't need
A for extra.
You don't need a rocket.
A for extra is an A+. You get me? But it's always a balance. Gentlemen, you get me? I don't expect no dumb women, because we're not. No man here will say we want a dumb woman.
No, we're not talking about dumb, but we're talking about educated versus, practically
and be honest with
intelligent.
you, I'm at the point now. I'm going to veer away from the word educated because that could go in different. I rather you're trained enough.
All right. Latino,
now, ladies, yeah.
Woman, no. Because here's no. Pause. Because here's the thing.
You don't want to take the
no. Here's the thing. The Black American woman. Have a great night, love. The Black American woman is the most educated woman in America. The Black American woman has to, have everything on their back to even just survive, not even thrive.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would I want a child?
That
to
Lord.
support that,
And then also
because the white woman doesn't have to do it, the Latino woman doesn't have to do it, the Asian woman has to do it.
Now we just heard the listen. God damn it! Then we just hear the Latino woman. Both them two damn Latino woman. I'm a doula. I'm a this and that. I'm an early childhood education. And she said a Latino woman ain't got to do it.
Because the white woman doesn't have to do it. The Latino woman doesn't have to do it. The Asian woman has to do it. Like, why do we have to do it?
That's a stupid ass comment.
Why do we have to do it?
Wait.
Because we're actually like a hard question.
We're forced.
This is very. I've said the answer a million times on here, but everyone wants to bitch and no one wants to address it. Like, everyone just bitches. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, nobody wants the answer. I've given you guys the answer a million times. The answer is one. You have a creature who cannot physically exist on its own. That is the basic.
Hold on.
Like,
Burgers, that's really coming, bro. Go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't act like that with me. Why don't they? That's the question you should be asking. Because MP. But that's, again, you don't want the answer, John. I know you just want to bitch about black.
Imperious, I got a video. I should play it for you right now, but I gotta clean
John,
it up.
I've dated
It's
these
for you.
people, and they don't act like this with me.
Imperious,
But
I got a
why
video
don't
for
they?
you.
Can I ask the question?
Imperious, don't make me play it raw and uncut, nigga, because I will.
Play it,
Don't make
John.
me.
John,
I
I
can't
know
do
the
that.
answer already. None of
I
this is
can't
new
do
to me.
listen, Imperious. I had a sister gal call me yesterday. Been laid off from the government. You hear me? Trump done snatched that ass up out that government.
She was part of the 300 crew. She was part of the 300 crew.
Nigga, you want me to tell you what the fuck she doing for a living? I told Universe. I told Universe, I'm not tell you. Nigga, I ain't even gonna tell you. I'm gonna let Universe. Now, I'm gonna let Ponder tell you, because this was an educated sister gal, and Ponder tell us what that sister is. Ponder here. Is Ponder here?
John, I went to law school. I know where the black lawyers went to.
Everybody be the fuck quiet. I want somebody that know what that sister gal who got laid off from the government, what she doing for the fellas. University, you want to tell them?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't who remembers? Who the fuck remembers?
But salute to Aaron.
She's probably stripping.
Y'all niggas gonna make me play this shit. Y'all gonna fuck around and make me play it. Don't make me play it. I'm gonna tell y'all what you doing.
But before you pull it up, John, somebody did have a question. I don't know who it was. I heard somebody say, "Can I ask a question?"
It was me, Brandon. What up, fellas?
What's up,
I
Aaron?
just had a question for the male that's where he kept saying she doesn't act like that with me. I wanted to get context. What does with me? What
John
was the
doesn't want
context of
context. He just wants to bitch right now. So just let him bitch. And
I understand that. I'm asking the question. What did you mean? I'm asking you a question.
Nobody here wants an explanation. So don't ask.
That's right. That's right. Because Imperious one, we trying to have a good conversation, and I'm going to tell you what she said, Imperious, which is probably going to go down your alley. This is a sister gal I used to date in university. I told you, she was working for the Consumer Protection. What's that? Consumer Protection Service Agency, or whatever the fuck it's called. You know what I'm
the
talking about?
Consumer Protection Relation Board. Yes, I know.
Whatever the hell it's called, right?
That's Elizabeth Warren's thing. They shut down.
No, I think Elizabeth Warren had one of them. You may be right.
The Consumer Financial Board. Yeah, that's her.
No, that wasn't the financial. It was the Consumer Protection. It was CPSC or something like that. Somebody Google that shit. You gonna make me fucking
CP is Consumer Protection, though, John. That's why I know.
It's
That's
Consumer Protection something. Nigga.
Imperious John.
You know what she was doing for a living?
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Someone mentioned it in the chat. That's what Elizabeth Warren started. That's what I think.
No. It's another one. It's a Consumer Protection something. I don't know the name of it. CP something. I don't know the name of it. I got it on clip. I'll play it for you guys when I clean it up. Anyway, so Biden apparently, according to her, he signed the executive order to have what she termed. This is not my term. This is his term. When I play it for you guys, you're gonna hear it. She was what she called a DEI adjacent position. You hear me? DEI adjacent.
Yeah,
now, what did
have
she
them in
do?
my company. Yeah, I know.
Now, what did she do? Her organization was built around helping Black kids learn how to swim. Federal government agency. This is no lie. I got it on clip. Right? I got it on video. I got it on audio. Right? That was her job. That's what her organization did. Help young niggas learn how to swim. So they laid her off in April. She hasn't worked since. Who does that sound like? The Stanleys, the Leonard Roys, the Nightshades of the world. She was a school teacher and all this kind of shit. She let that all go. And she's just gonna kick back and do nothing because she had 20 years in the government, which means she's able to retire. She won't have a lot of money, but she'll be able to, pay her rent, shit like that. And I was telling Universal, anyone that's familiar with DC, you've ever heard of Rayful Edmonds? You ever heard of University? You heard of him? Anyone ever heard of Rayful Edmonds?
Yes, he was a large crack dealer in DC.
Wasn't he also the mayor of DC or one of those guys did that?
No, I'm
Mary
asking a
Barry.
question. Didn't he not sell
Hold
cocaine? Wasn't that?
on. Oh, this her right here. Ain't that a bitch? She probably called me. You telling my story. Now you know I'm on stream now. You know I'm on stream. I know you check me live. I know your ass checked me live. You just wanted to get on live. You just wanted to get on live.
To tell my story.
Ain't nobody told your name.
You are not.
I'm glad you listening though. You one of the 54s. I ain't record your ass. I was just talking shit. But hey. Hey, ain't nobody record that motherfucking ass. Ain't nobody got her ass on recording. Anyway, so I'm glad she's watching. Anyway, so she's telling me that she's DI adjacent. And what was she saying? That Trump hired her and or Biden created her position. Trump got rid of her position. That's the way the game's played. Some hire, some fire. And so Trump got rid of her position. And so from April, she hasn't had a job. But luckily she has 20 years in, so she doesn't have to, doesn't have to work. Now, she's a fairly young woman. She could get out and go work. Just like the Leonard Leroy's of the world, the Stanley, the Knightishes. They don't get up and go do anything. They just sit around and do nothing. Is it Bureau of Consumer Protection? That's what someone says it is. That very well could be. I don't know, but whatever. And this is like the black dynamic in DC. We had the comic lady who she was also laid off, and she faced a similar dynamic. So, and so there's that. Anyway.
Do you want to know what it goes back to, John, in reality? What is the climate of Europe compared to the climate of Africa?
I don't want to know that.
No, this is what I'm saying. You have to go back to the reality.
I don't want to go back that far. I don't want to go back.
You're talking about inherent differences, right? You're talking about
calling me
inherent
back
differences.
in. She calling me back in. She calling me back. Hold on, she calling me back in.
Nobody wants an answer. It's
hold on. Hey, hello.
Again.
Girl, ain't nobody fucking record you, girl. I'm just telling a story, Girl, I'm just telling a story. Ain't nobody mentioning your name unless you want me to tell them your name. You want me to tell them your name? You are a very lovely. You are a very lovely lady, though. Are you looking at dating? Hey. You know what? I think you will tell this story because we do have a white guy on the panel. And you were telling me.
I do not want to tell any of my stories. I told you I did not want to be on your channel.
But you call right back in. You do know you call right back in.
I'm calling you on your personal number.
But I tell you, I'm on stream. I'm on stream.
No, I told you.
But I'm on stream right now. I'm on stream. But I'm on stream. I'm on stream right now. But I told you I'm on stream right now.
You could not.
What are you talking about? No, girl, ain't nobody got no fucking recording you. I'm just talking shit to my audience. Hey, but anyway, so look, I would love for you to tell you what you were telling me about, how you say you start opening up to dating white men. If you open,
because I'm not on both of those things.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to you.
Hey, somebody say you have a nice voice. She's a very pretty lady. And you're a very pretty woman, by the way.
Pretty woman.
Yes,
that's why I don't understand.
Hey, hold on. Can you at least tell them one thing for me? Can you at least do one thing for me? What kind of?
No, not because I told you I was telling you this in college.
Well, can you at least tell me? Hey, hold on. Hey, can you at least do me a favor? Can you at least do me this favor? Hey, can you at least do me this favor? What kind of women do I like? What kind of women does John Galt like? Tell my audience for me.
He likes Ghanaian women, Caribbean women. He still likes black women, but he does not really like African.
What? African American? Are you a sister gal?
You do not like me.
Are you
what? Me to somebody else that you do not like.
Uh-oh.
You do not like me because you did not keep my confidence.
Girl, nobody know who you is.
You do not like me because you did not respect me.
What? Don't nobody know who you are.
Uh-oh.
This
Girl, you wanted to be on here. Girl, you wanted to be on this motherfucker. You know you wanted to be on here. Girl, ain't nobody record you. Girl, I have to tell a story from my audience now. You know I have to do that. I have to tell a story from my audience. Hey, girl, I'm just telling the story. Will you tell? Will you? Can you? Hey. Hold on. Can you leave? Hey. I almost. Can you? Hold on. Hold on. Hey. Can you at least tell my audience? Are you dark skin or light skin?
Nobody cares.
Are you? But I do. Are you dark skin or light skin? Are you? Can you tell them for me? Can you tell them for me?
Brown skin for sure.
The type of person that
Tell how you look. Describe yourself.
Women, I'm sweet. I'm very sweet. But unfortunately, what happens is in a lot of cases, we meet people like this person.
Ooh.
And I hope everybody has a nice day.
Bye, lovely.
You see, she ain't saying nothing bad about me though.
That's a very masculine. That's a very masculine persona.
I'm just a nigga.
Persona.
But see what Imperius is saying. That's
a masculine
that's a very
persona. See,
typical.
no one wants to hear the actual opinion of the reality. Everyone wants to bitch. Do you guys want to hear the actual reality? You guys want to hear the reality? Number one, she would never act that way with me because I can assure her survival. She doesn't feel you guys can assure her survival, so she hates you and resents you. That is the reason why black women feel that way about black men. Why do you think? I mean, it's not that hard. Universal, am I wrong? They resent you. They resent you.
And I think that's
true. I have a
Go ahead,
theory.
Aaron.
Can I
Go ahead,
have my theory?
Yeah,
I
go
have
for
a
it.
theory to the white male. I think that black women are disappointed in our response to white males. Because in all reality, we should either all be dead or we should just be at war with one another. And I think that's where it comes from, is that they resent the fact that we just didn't just die off and be like, why don't y'all just die? Instead of worshiping you guys. Because white men are mediocre all over the planet. Let's be clear.
Wait, what? What? Wait,
Hey,
what?
fuck all that. Hey, nigga, did I not bring y'all that dope? Fuck all that shit. Before I get out of here, did I not bring you that dope, nigga? This
Dope.
What's up? My phone. Oh, give me
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like a complicated subject.
Jones,
like it's
pull up
very,
that.
very
Pull
elementary.
up that
I'm
picture.
just I normally don't do this because it sounds like you have a job like I do. So when like we take an example, like in the 1930s, white males all over the United States were broke, poor, and destitute. The biggest affirmative action plan ever given was the GI Bill and the New Deal. What was that done?
we ain't going back all that. I don't want to hear all
I know,
that.
but I'm just saying, if you're not mediocre and you don't need a handout, that doesn't have to happen.
Well, who invented the GI Bill and who
we're gonna
invented
stop this
economics?
going back in history shit. Hey, we're gonna stop this going back in history shit. Fuck all that. I ain't got that, man. I don't want no more history lessons. These motherfuckers be coming up here repeating the same fucking history lesson. I don't need to hear no more.
But John, you're repeating the same bitching about the same things.
We gotta make that shit scroll across. Hey, look, don't refer to the voice as scroll. Man, like, look,
see,
this shit
John,
is
this
all
is what I'm
very
like.
practical and basic.
I just don't get it.
It's
Like,
all very basic.
No, but I don't get it. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about like this. See, I look at things as a white man. This is what I'm saying. I look at things as the world. No, I'm uncomplicating it.
No, I'm saying the other people are complicating. Yeah. But the other people are complicating things. You heard what the Hispanic woman said. What did she say, Latino? She said, like, we asked her about a man. What does she attract to a man? She said, you just know it when you see it. Remember that?
It's the vibe, John. It's the vibe.
Right. You just know it when you see it.
John, it's literally, John, okay. If you're a creature, okay, this is, it's not so hard. If you're a creature,
you got to be concise in periods. You got a panel, so you have to be concise.
With this subject. You can't.
Well,
really
you're going to have to try. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it, right? You got to do it.
If you can't survive on your own, you're going to look to worship the creature that can assure your survival. That is the vibe.
Yeah, that's true. That's the women. That is the correct thing there. And
That's
What,
exactly what I
do you
said.
think she would yell at me, John? Do you think she would ever call me up if I was dating her and yell at me like that?
well, I'm not dating her, but
No, John, I've never had a girl call me up like
yeah,
that and yell at me my entire life.
yeah. Come in, come in.
Like every girl, like that's what I'm saying, John. When a girl calls me, they're like, "Hi, babe, how are you today? What are you doing later?" I've never heard a call like that in my life, ever, from anyone.
I
My
don't
mom
disagree
don't
with
call
her.
me like that. My sisters don't
Strong.
call me.
She's strong, independent woman.
Yeah, I think you
No,
both have
it's
actually a
she's
similar
only
point.
strong like that because the people she's interacting with, she doesn't respect.
Correct.
Nah, yeah, but that shit
No.
is
She would
ingrained.
never talk to me that way. Just like JP doesn't talk to me that way. Like this is what it's all a facade. This is what I'm saying. Like maybe this is what when you're so intelligent, you just get so far ahead of people, you get annoyed.
There's this, and there's
Hey,
the
Brandon.
sociopathic nature. Yo, what's up, Aaron?
No,
Go
but
ahead.
it's not.
Hey,
It's
no,
not.
I
But
wanted
but
to
you
ask
got
the
to
white
understand
guy.
my frustration to have to slow down and then be told it's not intricate to explain it to like a toddler a concept that is intricate.
No, but I wanted to ask the white gentleman because I actually
for
it.
I think that he thought that
And let's get Republic
I would
up here
say something
next. Here.
different. Hey,
Okay.
what for the white gentleman? I'm just curious. If you were the woman, what would you want black male's response to be as a white male? I'm just curious.
Wait, can you repeat that? I didn't kind of get the. So if I
No,
was a
if you
sorry,
were a female dealing with black men, I'm just curious. You're a white guy. When you were talking about the frustration, how do you think black men should respond to all this frustration?
my frustration is not necessarily with that. It would also depend if I was a black girl or white girl. That's a big
Right.
difference. As well.
Either one. I'm just curious what your perspective.
Well, I mean, in general, okay, in the white culture, it's more of a fetish thing that they're just using like black men as kind of like a thing to rebel against their fathers. Number one. Number two, if it was a black girl, I would say, I mean, I think they're frustrated in the fact that you can't be what they look to the top, and women are always going to look to the top. That's why women, all of them, say they settle, because in the end, they innately believe all of them should be dating Henry Cavill. They all believe they should be dating Henry Cavill.
Right.
Yeah. And Pierce,
Cool.
Pierce, if I may give you some advice, dumb your shit down. Simplify it. It'll hit hard. I guarantee you, no one on this fucking panel, maybe but a handful of people in the whole fucking chat know who Henry Cavill is, including myself. But I get the context. So you don't even have to include the Henry Cavill reference because it goes over everyone's head. That makes sense.
He's Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
He was Superman.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Who the fuck is that? I don't watch
Most people don't, but he just
most people do if you saw him.
chiseled
If you
looking
saw
white
him, you'd know
man.
who he was. Women know who he is. That's what I was trying to say.
But the
Women
point
know.
was made without. The point was made without the reference, right?
But that's what I'm saying. I can't communicate with stupid people, John. That's just not possible for my brain. It's just not. John,
The point was made without the point was made without the reference.
I don't
For the
think
people
so.
that don't
I
know
think you
who
have to give
Henry
an example
Cavill is, I
because
think it is.
John, what I'm saying
I
is,
didn't know the
remember when I was.
I didn't know the reference, but I got the point.
I don't think they did though. I don't think the chat does. See, you're taking yourself and thinking of what is the normal chatter who's listening. Things have to.
But
be
if I didn't get
explained to people
I
like
didn't get the point, and I don't know who Henry Cavill is, then I'm doubly lost.
But that's the whole point. Someone would ask who's Henry Cavill, and I would show you a picture, and you'd
Well,
understand.
why not just make the point? Well, why not just clarify the
Because you
point?
want deductive logic. I'm trying to get people to dig in and take an interest in
But
their
this
own
is a fucking
intuition.
panel. This is not classroom.
But
You got it. Like you ever heard? It was a Jay-Z
is a
lyric.
classroom, though. Every
Like
minute
it was
is
a
a
Jay-Z.
classroom.
It was a Jay-Z lyric, though, right? And you see me do it all the time. Do you see how I talk to these poor dumb motherfuckers and how I talk to other intelligent people? You gotta change it up. You gotta be able to do it, right? That's your sign of intelligence, honestly. To be able to talk down to your audience or talk sideways to your audience and whatever the case you gotta do. It's just my suggestion. But, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. It's just a thought. But
I get it, John. I get what, but
the smaller minds,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. No, I agree. I'll take that into account for sure. I'm just saying, like for me, my brain doesn't work in a paradigm that I could even think about wanting to digest things in a simple manner. I want all the information. I want to sponge every possible knowledge of everything. So my brain just doesn't function that way. That's why I don't even interact with the type of people you're talking about. I don't even.
All right, let's get Republic up here. I got you. Let's get Republic up here. Republic, what's
hey
up?
there. Oh, nothing
You know,
much,
you never
John.
come up. You never come up here much. So I'm honored to have you up here, Latino. You're on with a Brandon Jones and Latino. Oh, let's talk about it. 1212. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, right? That's what we're doing here. We content creators all trying to pull our heads together with some interesting topics, with some original content, you know, all in one here. So make sure you subscribe and to every channel there. Put a like for every channel it was streaming to. Go right ahead, Republic. Sorry about that.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. So, hello, panel. Hey, chat. I wanted to first of all address, I think it was Chosen Racer. Ponder wasn't defending Black women and that Black woman's behavior. She was just simply adding context, because if anyone really goes in on is very honest about the situation with Black womanhood, is Ponder. So she doesn't hold back. So she wasn't defending it. She was just giving context. I think that I agree with her when she said that maybe Christian women, or I think she mentioned that Catholic women have Catholic couples have the lowest divorce rates, or also I tend to find
it's like 16%. Yeah, it's like 16%.
Yeah.
Hey, Republic.
Yeah.
Why don't you come into this?
John, listen, I already saw it. You played it.
No. Okay. We want to hear your comment.
Come back to these points, though. I can come back to these points. Thank you. All right.
But to keep it concise, we're doing an original panel here, content panel here, and again, we've had Latino responding to a lot of content from the Dominican side. So I think it would be interesting to hear you respond from the Black American side.
No. Because here's pause. Because here's the thing. You don't want to take the lead. No, here's the thing. The Black American woman. Have a great night, love. The Black American woman is the most educated woman in America. The Black American woman has to, have everything on their back to even just survive, not even thrive. Yeah. So why the fuck would I want a child?
You want to comment on that, Republican? Anyone else want to comment on it? Can you read this shit? Hold on. Girl, you calling me back?
I'm calling you back.
What are you calling me back for? What are you calling me back for?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead.
I'm calling you back to ask that you please do not record. You please do
Girl, you on live now. You do know that you on live.
So I'm just saying, I'm asking you, please.
Girl, ain't nobody record. Girl, ain't nobody recording you, girl.
Please do
Girl, ain't nobody fucking recorded you. Ain't nobody play any recording of you, girl. Girl, I'm holding. Girl, hey, people thinking your ass got a little cutesy for me now. It's your fault. I say you got a cutesy for me. Yes, you are cute now. I wouldn't be talking to you if you weren't now, huh? How cute are you? Tell us tell my audience how cute are you. Tell my audience how cute you are. Are you dark skin or light skin? Hey, are you dark skin or light skin?
It doesn't matter. That's the only.
What do I like? Hey, why would you tell my audience what I like then? Tell my audience what I like.
Because I appreciate my privacy.
Girl, ain't nobody got your privacy out there in no Ethernet, but you are online with John Galt here. You keep calling that.
I'm getting off of this, and
why don't you hop on the panel?
That's the one thing that you will do.
Why don't you hop on the panel?
I don't have time for that.
Were you on the phone?
Okay, again, and please do not discuss me, panel. I do not want to be a part of discussion.
Girl, ain't nobody talking about you. Nobody, girl, ain't nobody talking about you, girl. Girl, ain't nobody.
I've known for decades.
Say what? Ain't nobody.
I'm going to get off.
Girl, ain't nobody talking.
Why do you think she wants a laptop? Ask her if she needs a laptop, John.
Hey, John, I tell her all that passion. I'll be thinking about her later.
Yeah. My goodness.
I mean, imagine directing all that energy, John. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, that's the gift and the curse. There's got to be careful there, Imperius. It's the gift and curse. Republican, you were not done with your commentary, ma'am. Did you want to hop back in?
Yeah, I do. I do want to say something. So, okay. Also, I know you were talking about education, and what I felt that, you know, as being in my profession as long as I've been, all the nurses from all over the world, and American nurses, no one like their men also just didn't feel threatened by a woman having, you know, a nursing degree, and even women become nurse practitioners and get their doctorates in it. I work with a lot of social workers too. We don't think about it like that. Like, we boost each other up, like, hey, so you're going for this certification, or hey, you're in school. I think women have to go to school. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know, getting an education. And I just didn't find that men were threatened by this, except in the Black community.
It's not
that's
threatened.
one thing.
It's not threatened. It's discussed. It's not threatened. It's discussed. It's not
Discussed.
It's discussed.
Okay.
It's discussed.
Well,
it's just like homophobia. There's no such thing as homophobia. It's discussion. It's discussed.
Okay. Understood. Okay.
You're not afraid of it. You're not afraid or intimidated about it. You're disgusted by it. Don't want to be around it. Like, it's an innate masculine trait. Like, I'm not gay.
Don't let Imperius speak for
okay,
Black.
No.
I'm being no. This is a no.
Yeah,
no, I'm being,
let me
universal. See, this is, no, but hold on.
I wanted to address something else.
Republic. Hold on. You understand that there's the direct correlatory between the most assertive, powerful, and wealthy men want the least educated, the least wealthy women.
Yes.
Yeah, I do understand that.
Okay, so if you're innately, by you saying, I think a woman, you know, men shouldn't feel this, you're already taking out all of these successful men then. Because those men by default look at women and say, I find it disgusting if a woman works.
I found that not to be true, though. Okay. Well, but to me, I found that not to be true. I've actually found it to be the ones who didn't tended to be more intimidated. To the wealthy ones, it didn't matter to them either way.
Hold on. Republic, you got to explain the intimidation. The whole, like, it's not intimidation. Like, what is the intimidation? This is the misnomenclature that
they'll leave. That a woman will leave because she has knowledge and she has the ability to do so. She doesn't have that.
Hold on, hold on. I will explain.
I would like to finish though.
Let her at least get it out, then we can respond.
Yeah.
Let her get it out.
Okay. Now let me say this also. I think you all were mentioning the men going to other countries because, you know, the women are more feminine and stuff. So I would just say this: Black women, you don't owe Black women anything. If you find that there are women, better women somewhere, please go and just live your life and do so. Okay, so that now I will also say Imperius made a good point when and I'm gonna say this, John, because you know I'm with a man who was white, and that's for years. I don't
care about that. Okay, Republic, I don't care about that. I've never mentioned this shit.
You know, but my point is this: I think that what I've noticed, Black women. Someone said that I think they're just putting on an act, and they change themselves with white men. I don't think it's a change. I think that you can just be comfortable. You can relax because you can. I'm able to trust them more.
Republic, I don't mean to stop you, but I want to ask you a question unless you keep going.
Go ahead.
This is what I want to ask you, and it is for the audience. I want to go. Well, we only have 3 people up here. I want to go around the horn for the other 3, not the people at the top of the panel. This was something we wanted to try using, you know, the original content here. And when I sent this to Latino had a totally different reaction than I had. And I think it highlighted the difference in cultures and experiences. Right? Were you surprised too, Universal?
Yeah, for the most part, I didn't expect us to all have the same perspective, but I thought his perspective was interesting based on culture.
It was a little different, right? And some things that, by the fact that I'm not Dominican, I ain't think about. And, this is what what I told to the Latino, like, this is your strong suit, bro. Because you had a response that no one else had to the same content. That's your strong suit. Would you say that's fair, Universal?
Yeah.
And so what I want to do is go around, and we got 3 people here. Like, what did you guys think about like this kind of response to some original content, not something you saw on Twitter, with a Dominican guy who has a cultural connection to what he's seeing there? Republic, we'll start with you. And in the chat, if you have some response to it, I'm really curious to know.
What was the content? What happened with the Dominican guys? When he said that black women aren't soft, is that what?
Well, we played a couple clips of some Latino Dominican women talking about passport bros coming down to the Dominican Republic seeking prostitutes. And Latino had an interesting perspective about it that I didn't think about. And so I wanted to do more stuff like this, to have people like him or people like JP or CT, like you saw on the street interviews, responding to some of the things we do that's very original. And so when I saw this clip, I thought about Latino. And so I wonder if you guys want to see more of this type of content, where it's kind of culturally specific, I guess you could say.
Okay, play it because I didn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
sociology. It's interesting.
Oh, you missed the Latino women part.
I did.
I'll let them know what I was trying to say.
Why don't you tell them the Latino women part?
Yeah, so what did they say? What did the women say? And then
they basically saying that the men that go out to find other women and not try to find them here are basically soft and feminine
and weak
and weak. Right. And I said it all depends on the man you talking about, because if you, let's say, are an African, right, and you're here for many years, but then again you want to go back to your roots and your culture, the best thing for you to do is to go back to where you came from. Just try to find a wife, and if you want to bring her back here, you can, and if you want, you can set your life over there. That was my point. But when I see I don't know, an African American or even a white person going to DR, I find that shit to be weak. So it's not even double-edged sword. It's just, if a Dominican's a Dominican, he wants a Dominican woman, then his best chances is to go to DR.
I would say
Republic, do you want to see the clip of the woman?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play it again, yeah.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, we'll play it for you. If you like to see it.
I did see it, but
let me see if I can find it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you might want to see it. It's pretty interesting. Where is that clip? Where is it? Anyone know where it is?
Is there any? Can I ask a question
the
though?
Hispanic women. Hold on. No, hold on. The Hispanic women.
Here, I'll drop the link in the back chat so you can control it, just because I gotta go.
Hey, can you just play it? Oh, you about to leave? Okay, yeah, drop the link in the back.
I might have to. Yeah, I might have to dip here in a second.
Yo, my buddy Philippe may be about to call. He has some interesting content about NVIDIA.
I have a ton of that stock.
It's in the back
he
chat.
has a ton of information here that he may tell us about here. So let's see. Okay, you about to roll out Universal?
Yeah, I might have to leave in a little bit, so I don't want to start the video and dip out.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, let me play it. Here it is for you, Republic. You know what I'm saying? I was always like that. I don't know why it is. I love it. I love it.
I just put up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I pull up in that motherfucker. But I gotta let this shit play. I love it. Has anyone seen this? Yo, has anyone seen this?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Ooh, this is one of my finest hours here, I think. This is why a nigga like John Carr do it all. I figure he's in such bad physical health that I would just take a chance. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listen. I'm blessed. I'm blessed that you that you a brother, you call me back, man. Every time I've been calling, it'd be a foreigner or someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Not to be funny, but you know what I'm saying? This is good to be around your own. You feel me?
Yeah.
No. I'm looking because I'm probably going. I'm looking to lease the rent for about a year or so.
You're not able to.
I was living in DC. I had to move out here because of my health situation.
But you're not able to work. I would imagine, right? You're not able to work, right?
No, I'm on disability right now. No.
Man, 35, man. I hate to hear that, bro. I hate to hear that, man.
It's all right, man. It is what it is, DC. Yeah, man. Trust me, I've been. Yeah, man. Like I said, life ain't. My life ain't been sweet, bro.
It ain't no crystal staff, my nigga. Life ain't no crystal staff for nobody, my nigga. That's for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I won't complain.
Man, you can't complain, man. So if somebody got it worse than you, I promise you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, just take it like that, bro. Like,
how'd you get into renting and everything?
Man, I've been doing this. It's in my blood, I think, bro. Honestly, you feel me? Both of my folks did this shit. I just rented your room straight up out, just off talking to you. So talking to the nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Listen, man, you don't understand. Like, things been hard for me, man. Like, in and out the hospital. I just got out the rehab center. Been 2 months in the hospital, bro. Like, it is a blessing. It's truly a blessing. That's why I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's at the top of my budget. I can make it work. So I appreciate you, bro.
John, that's why I call you one of the holy men, John. If you heard me give you credit for being one of the holy men, because these motherfuckers, here's what these holy men do.
Oh, two pretty ladies. You getting the pretty women now.
Ooh. Hey, mommy.
All right, let me get to the clip. I had to play that though. I love that clip. I think I love that clip more than anything. For those of you that haven't been here a minute, that guy, he's dead now. I showed it on stream.
Per se, or
Here's the Lady
guys that wanna
Republic.
be like
Ladies.
them? Yeah, I think plenty. In the future of most of the women that they deal with,
they just there for the sex.
Oh, here it is.
They want to be women. And
Oh,
they don't
here
guys
it
that
is.
want to be like them. Yeah, I think plenty.
And they come down there to what street?
And my mother is New York native, but her parents are from
Here it is, Republic.
Puerto Rico.
Ooh, that's some good mix right there. Some good seasoning on that meat right there. That meat tastes good right there. Hey, what about you?
Dominican.
Ooh, Dominican.
We got some passport, bro.
Dominicana.
Any passport bros in the office?
Passport bros can go, bro. We
Any
don't want no
passport.
passport bros.
Hey, have you seen passport bros in DR? Have you ever been to DR?
Of course I've been in DR. Yeah. The passport bros per se, or the guys that want to be like them. Yeah, I think plenty.
And they come down there to what? Tour?
I don't know exactly where. I don't know exactly where they go, but they're all over that.
John, ask her why she doesn't like passport bros.
Oh.
Come a little bit closer to the mic. Someone says, what did you say, HB? What do you think about passport bros?
Yeah, ask her why she doesn't like them.
Why don't you like passport bros?
Why don't I like passport bros? Because they y'all probably not gonna like it.
No, we're gonna love it.
You gonna love it? Yeah.
Hold on. This is the Urban Landlord. You're live with the Urban Landlord.
The Urban Landlord.
Right.
Wonderful. Passport
Subscribe
bros.
to it on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah. Passport bros want to be they want to be women. And
they want to be
don't
women.
think, and they don't think that they want to be women, but they want to be women.
Why do you say that?
Because they want the comfort of what a woman they think a woman gets. They don't have any investment in the future of most of the women that they deal with.
They just there for the sex.
They just there for the sex.
Okay.
Wow.
They're there for the sex. They want their mother that they can fuck. So basically.
That's what you think.
That's what I think.
What makes you think that?
What makes me think that?
Yeah.
Because, well, they're tired. A lot of passport bros say women out here are gold diggers and women are looking for a man to provide for them. But that's what passport bros want, right? They want a woman to do everything. And on top of that, they go to another country so they can pay the bare minimum. So yeah, you're cheap also, you know. I think you spend that money to go to Thailand to go sleep with what's possibly an underage girl or a boy.
Yeah.
You know,
Is anyone
because
losing
you
brain
can't
cells listening
afford,
to this?
and you can't bring yourself up to level up to the women that you really want.
Is she
So you're
saying
gonna
this
go.
to all the men that's passport bros, or is only a certain race of a man? I'm kind of curious.
Well, what she's saying is that a lot of weak men from the United States go down to get Dominican women because they're too weak to get the women in their own country. So Latino showed a big fat slob of a black man that could never get a woman like that in America, right, Latino? You got that picture of that big slob?
Jones is in the back. Should be in the back.
Anyway, so he had a picture of that big. He had a picture of a big fat slob that can never get a woman like these men, right? And that is what this woman is talking about. And she's saying these men are weak. You understand? That's what this woman is expressing. These same men, they go down in Dominican Republic, they spend a few $100s, sleep with the prostitutes down there, and then they bring their same weak self back to the United States, hitting on these same women here, and she's seen through it. Say, you're weak. The black woman who said, why am I gonna have a baby? She's seeing it too. She's saying, why am I gonna struggle with a nigga when the white woman, the Spanish woman ain't gotta do it?
Okay.
That's what you're seeing there. You understand? That's
Well,
what you're seeing there. That's the big slob. That's the big slob that probably saved up $1,000 and went down there and got a woman he could never have in America.
Well, we had to be clear here. You see, that woman that the Spanish woman is talking about, the men that come up there, I look her overall and say, I could tell that yeah, you don't qualify for a certain man.
Now you guys are overcomplicating.
Hold on. Let me stop. Hold on. Let me stop you. Let me stop. No, hold on. Don't want to talk over me. Hold on. Right. Let me lead into what Imperius would say. A woman like that pretty woman that Latino just showed, Imperius would get that woman here. A fat black slob like that, he got to go to the third world to get that.
That's not what I was gonna say. Like this is what I'm saying. You guys know.
Well, don't interrupt me though, because don't interrupt me, because that's what I'm saying. The lady that kept calling in, she says she had nothing but positive things to say about white men. She said it to me yesterday. These things are true. I'm the reason they lie. That's why I was trying to get her to tell you guys. You heard me say to her, tell me what you said to me about the white man. I want to hear what you said to me. Say it to my audience. Because she was going to say some things that would be right in line with what Be Brave says about white men and black women. That a white man can get the best of black women. These things are true. Imperius will probably agree with that. And so it's an interesting dynamic there.
Are these things like somehow? Are these things
One
somehow
at a time.
unknown? Is this conversation somehow like this is what I mean?
No.
I genuinely mean this is okay. So I can't say a fucking word, John. You've talked.
It's known in the abstract Imperius, but these are like concrete examples. Go ahead.
No, John, this isn't. No, this is. That's what I'm saying. It's not abstract at all. I told you the answer to everything, and this is what I'm saying. If you want to really be simple, it's just very simple, John. Women cannot survive. They cannot fucking accumulate resources to survive. They need someone to accumulate the resources for them. They will be nicer to the ones that can accumulate those resources faster and more efficiently. The end of story. There's no more need to discuss men and women. Let's not talk about men and women anymore ever again. I can do that.
I'm with it.
No.
Hey, I'm with it.
You talk about me. You want to talk about the lowest end shit. You want to talk about the. Do you know why? White men never talk about this. We know exactly how women are.
I'm just-
All women. If I go
yeah,
to the
what-
Dominican Republic and I bring a woman back here, she's going to become an American woman and the same as any woman here.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
the
in Pierce,
same
again,
hardware.
in Pierce, like we are speaking to the audience. Universal gets these things. Latino gets these things. Probably everyone on the panel gets these things. Maybe most of the people in the audience gets these things, but it still very well could be interesting to the audience. The complexity, the layers of it. You
If
understand?
the audience is
And
that
that's what we're
stupid, they
talking.
should go off themselves.
Well, they
People
may
should
be
start
interested in.
offing themselves in like
Well,
massive
they
amounts.
may be like, but everyone's experience with the layers of it. Again, you see this fat slob. He's in the Dominican and he's getting this woman. If I go to Dominican, well, clearly I'm going to have a better woman than him. If you go to Dominican, you're going to have a better woman than me, presumably. And so these are the things, the layers within the,
But John,
the
in
bigger issue
Victorian
here.
England, they were called China dolls. You would order them from China. This isn't like a.
Again, nobody in
This
the
is what I'm
panel,
saying.
nobody
I
in
know
the panel
so
knows
much
what the
that
fuck
nothing.
is trying to do. Right,
But that's what I'm saying. I know
see,
so much. All these discussions are boring.
Hold on. As again, I'm telling you again, you're on the panel. When you say a word like sign dollar, the audience goes to sleep. They're like, what? What the fuck is
Let
that?
them go to sleep. These people need to be back to work.
But
The food stamps are cutting off.
what
Entertainment
is
is
the
over.
okay, well,
Entertainment is
that's
over.
better. Okay, well, that's better language. They can understand that. But when you start talking to sign
Here's
dollar, they
the
don't know what the
language. If
fuck you talking
you're
about.
gonna sit there and listen to what I say to you because I own you. You like that basic? Sean, you want to hear basic? Why don't you ask Universal what I did
That's very
yesterday
basic.
to that panel?
Right.
Why don't
You get
ask
the words
Universal what
out
I
very
did
quickly.
yesterday.
Hey,
Universal,
hey,
tell them what
hold
I
on.
did.
No, but this is not about you. Let
Universal,
me get
tell them
back.
what I did.
No,
You
this is not
slaughtered the
about you.
panel.
We don't want to hear what you did. Why don't you start a challenge show? Just do reviews of what you do. But let me get Republic. Then we're go to pan mulattoism. This is a Latino and more or less universal. Yeah, I got a dominant personality. I guess I shouldn't be taking over like this. You guys, handle your business. Latino, handle your business, man. Go ahead.
Oh, so I was gonna, Latino was right, I think, and with his assessment of it was, and that woman is correct, John. I'm telling you that mostly I know she's talking about black men. Let's just call it what it is. I think that the dollar does stretch, of course, there in those countries, but also I have noticed that I tell you that the black community has a flip dynamic. To me, the men are mostly in the feminine. Whenever I would even deal with black men years ago, black men look at what can you do for me as a woman? Like they approach it like, oh, I need a woman like you, and it's always what you can do for them. When I, dealing with other, men, it was always they wanted to do things to like solve problems, make your life simpler, lend advice, break things down for you. There was that. I just felt again safer.
Hey, hold on, Republic. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. You mentioned something, and I want to touch on that because this is another topic that we're gonna focus on. And you hear that chainsaw in the background.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Two Hispanic men, Latino had to do the translation. Right, Latino?
Yep.
Right? Yep. Now, what have we seen all over these YouTube streets? We seen Nightish come up on the panel, do his thing. You all saw what that fucking nigga did to me. He even recently made a rap song about me, a 50-some-year-old black man making battle rap songs. And you got who else? Stanley. Well, we clearly seen Stanley. And so Universal said something to me. And we were talking about JP. Damn, should I call JP Universal, man? You got time, man?
No,
because that
right
shit you said, damn, you got time. But that shit you said to JP, that shit you said about JP, man, like you need to pen that shit. What did you say it one more time for me?
He just we were just talking about being motivated by hate. That's all. I mean, it's not anything unique to him. A lot of blacks
JP
are motivated
is the
by
perfect
hate.
man because JP.
Hey, one at a time. Why are you cutting him off? Why the fuck are you cutting him off? Come on, man. One at a time. You can do it.
It's all good. I was done.
Go ahead.
Please remember I'm next.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so go ahead. What you say? Motivated by hate?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of shifting the conversation a little bit, but yeah. We were talking about JP's response to Izzy Bands a few nights ago, and how he seemed to be motivated by proving people wrong. And what I was saying is that I don't think that's a good motivation for any man. Fuck what somebody else feels about you. You should be motivated by your own principles and purpose. That's how I feel, and it's not a flaw towards him. I think blacks in general have a problem with that. We want to throw shit back in the face of our doubters instead of just doing it by the grace of our gods and just keep moving forward. Fuck what anybody else has to say. That's my viewpoint on it.
Yes, and John, thanks for having me up.
Hey man, get it out before you go, man. I ain't mean to be rude, but
you're good. You're good. Let Pan mulattoism hop in there.
Yes, and I'll make it brief. The Passport Brothers movement.
Oh, your mic. Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can
hold on. Your mic's boiling a little bit. Hold on, I know how to fix it. If you have on Bluetooth headphones, turn off the echo cancellation on StreamYard. You might have to play around with those settings because that's what that burping
is. It still going? Is it still bad?
No, you good, bro. Go ahead.
And the Passport Brothers movement is a very great movement, very powerful movement. And I will say it has exposed the jealousy that many immigrants in the U.S. have towards Black American men. Because, and I'll say this in closing, we can use Latino4Trump as an example. He is Latino. He's an immigrant living in the U.S., but he's mad about Black American men going to his country and Latin America having sex with Latin American women. That's a contradiction.
Hold on. Let him speak. Go ahead, my man. Finish.
Yeah. Even if he claims that he is not an immigrant, he is the son of immigrants, meaning that his family left Latin America and came to the U.S. So how can you then turn around and be jealous of Black American men that are going to Latin America and having consensual sex with your Latina cousins? Respectfully.
Okay,
I like
go
the
ahead and
passive
answer
aggressive
that.
insult, John. You let that shit go,
what the
right?
fuck? He asked him a question. Let him answer. Latino, go ahead. He asked you a question.
I never hated on these men. I just said that I find that to be utter weak because that just shows that you guys can't handle your women, just like Imperius.
What was it weak when your family came to the U.S.?
I did not interrupt.
Hold on.
You
Let him
once
finish.
when you
Let him
spoke.
finish, bro. Let him finish. I'll let you get back at him. Go ahead. Let him finish, though. Go ahead, Latino.
Right? Did I interrupt him at all?
No, go ahead. Go, just finish your point.
So, like Imperius was saying, most men here are just weak. And I find that to be a sign of weakness when you have to go to a third world country. Doesn't matter if it's DR, doesn't matter if it's Taiwan, Thailand, doesn't matter if it's South Korea, whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as you're an American here, where there's approximately 200 something million women. That just shows the bigger picture of the person that has to travel somewhere else to get a woman.
And watch how brief my response is. We want your women, and your women want us back. But my question about the weakness was it?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. Are you a passport
Real
bro?
intelligent conversations without me.
Hold
I'll
on.
talk to you later.
Right. Are you a passport bro? By the way.
Definitely. And let me have a dialogue with the Latino gentleman.
No, I'm just curious. I want to. All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. To the Latino gentleman, was it weak when your father abandoned Latin America and fled to the U.S. instead of fixing Latin America? Let's have the dialogue.
Is it weak to wake up every morning blaming somebody else?
Well, that's a deflection.
The way you
Can you
live
answer the
your
question?
life?
I'll answer your question.
I'm giving you the
mine.
answer because it's kind of the same thing, isn't
Go
it?
ahead. Well, I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
Wouldn't you think it's the same thing?
All right.
You think it's the same
I'll
thing
answer
to
your
wake
question
up
if you
every
answer
morning?
mine.
To every morning to wake up a certain race on stopping you to do what you.
But who did I blame? Well, just so I'm clear, who did I blame in this
No,
conversation?
I'm just saying, like I don't know what.
So that's
you
a
want, but it sounds
deflection,
like
right?
It sounds